On today's episode of Let's Talk FGO, we are here to talk to you about more summer, more lotto boxes, more Saint Quarts, and lots of other stuff. It's going to be a great show tonight. It's going to be beautiful for you. Hello, hi, I'm one of your hosts, Omega, and I do not scuba dive. With me, as always, is Lucky. I don't know if he scuba dives.
I thought you were going to make a holy diver joke, and I'm kind of upset that you didn't.
I could have. I also could have made it about surfing, but then we probably could have made some meta context about Mordred surf. It's funny. Anyway, Caenis and Mordred can be surf buddies. All right. That's it, though. That's the intro. Hi. Welcome to Let's Talk FGO.
I was about to say something lewd, but I'm glad that you interrupted me. So, I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, a.k.a. Was Lotto good for you too? And while we here at Studio Mega like to bring you the latest FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EM version of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers should just prepare to attend Lucky's funeral in 2 years.
You know, you've got to have had that written for like 15 minutes. I should have pulled up a funeral march button to just smash right here. Bong, bong, ba bong, bong, ba bong, ba bong, ba bong. People like my acapella, whatever. But hi, we're going.
We go.
I'm also glad that I interrupted you because while we were 45 seconds in, I don't know if that's close enough to the initial ad break for advertisers. And we like money.
Nah.
I tried to rub my hands together really fast. I do not think it carried over, and it will not make it out of the noise edit. All right. Hi. How you doing? Before we go anywhere, I would like to remind you, after saying hi like 5 times.
Hi.
Guys,
6.
It's late. We've been faffing around for a while. Lucky had to go out and get food and groceries, which are more food. So we're a little later today. But I'm trying to keep the show moving, and I think the only way I know how to do that is just, hi, hello, how are you? Are you one of our patrons, like Adam DeHar, Comics, Azumi, Architect Time, Blazer G, Carlos Qua, Dragon Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Sharvor, Shiny P, some guy named Bob, or 723? If you're not, you can be! Consider supporting us on Patreon. You get lots of goodies, like episodes early and more. It's great. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
I winked several times during that conversation, even though it is utterly pointless.
Lucky's trying to draw a wallet, so I'm a little distracted.
Always use a reference. That's my secret to Gartic phone, is having 2 monitors, always pull up a reference. Even if you can't draw, your drawing will look way better.
Nah, well, Lucky is winging it! I think I got something presentable.
Speaking of pro tips, let's go ahead and check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mesh.
Senpai! 起きてください.
That's right, everybody. It is time for Wake the Fuck Up, Senpai. Ring a second for pro tips. I have a pro tip this week. It's real! Remember not to update your phone OS until FGO says it's okay. There have been news announcements giving you warnings that there are issues with both iOS 15 and Android 12, so don't update your phone yet. Just wait until FGO says it's okay. There's no guarantee that there'll be issues, but you gotta watch out. Yeah, someday I'll figure it out so that the live audience can hear the MASH sound cue as well, but it's just not how the thing works. But yeah, so as usual, watch out for yourself. I will say I'm kind of glad that I've improved my phone over the years. I had to do the commemoration quest we'll talk about later. It involves a certain desert in Camelot. It ran smooth as butter. No lag.
Butter.
Which is good, because usually that desert is hella laggy. Goddamn particle effects. But alright, that's our segment for the pro tips. Let's move on to Records from the Throne, our regulatory achievement topic. I think I added an extra syllable in regular.
Why not?
It's fine. At least it's better than me adding periods after every sentence, statement, whatever.
Remark.
Every word, every letter, a period. A man, a plan, a canal, Panama. I don't even know what that's from. I think I heard somebody say it once. Alright, Records from the Throne. Lucky wrote his first.
Alright, then I will go first. I will turn away from this art!
You'll pivot monitors.
So, for me, I did accomplish one of the additional goals I said I was going to do. I did get my Summer Sashi to 10-10-10. Unfortunately, I realized that a skill level 6 Nero Bride is not enough MP for Summer Sashi to loop, so I didn't Summer Sashi didn't actually a lot of you there. Rip me. But, and in addition to that, with all these fucking embers, I was able to protect Romulus and Caligula Smiles. You know, there's some of my oldest servants trying to work through that backlog. Romulus took more of my fucking bones. I'm dying inside.
He does that.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Like, Anne and Mary took them, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll save up again. And then I was like, oh, let me just level up the next one down. And it's just fucking Romulus is like, bones, Roma. I'm like, fuck. Because what am I doing? I'm not just going to stop ascending him. That's rude.
Yeah. You literally go one down the list and he's like, yo, bro, bones. And you're like, God damn it. The last guy needed bones. What do you think? I'm made of bones? Actually, you're made of 200. Shut up.
But, so Romulus can use my protect. And for some odd reason, inexplicably, that I can't understand where it came from, I got Assassin Comma to level 100.
Watch out, Lucky is secretly daily comma.
Honestly, I consider it. If I could do quick doodles like that, I totally fucking would. An actual
you would
daily
definitely
comma.
need to solve your current tablet problem.
Yeah. An actual daily comma, not the fucking daily comma that just posts other people's art and doesn't, and credits them, but credits them weirdly that I just can't click and go straight there. The animals. I hate that.
You never know. Tank might do daily comma. He hasn't decided yet.
I hope he does. Follow that shit in a heartbeat.
Also, you have a sub-bullet point.
I do.
This is the big one.
But
for the audience at home, anyway.
yeah, you guys are probably wondering about this. So, all in all, though, Lotto is over, and I can say I farmed a grand total of 52 boxes. Thought it was 53, but I was off by one, because I cannot math.
Rip.
Still got, I have a fair amount of QP left right now, and, it's almost 400 gold embers left. And I'm just I'm having this weird moment of do I actually want to spend these on things? What? What do I want to do? Listen,
I know some people have literally gotten so many embers and they don't have enough servants anymore.
I'm literally at this. I'm literally having this weird crisis of It's not necessarily faith, but of what I want to do in FGO. It's all we'll talk about this in a little bit. But Lucky has literally had to upheave all his fucking rolling plans for the next 2 years for reasons. So
he's got to double down on what he wants.
I gotta double down on what I want. So I'm in this weird space of, oh, that explains why that ain't working. God damn it, layers!
I think layers is the thing I hear Lucky yell the most about art after hands.
Probably true.
This is one of those weird future vision shit, because the audience has clearly already seen the result, because it's the thumbnail. Only our poor patrons live don't get to know, but they get to hear your struggles. Everybody else at home is like, well, what's he talking about? It's that thing you're looking at right now. That's what it is.
Boom, I do that.
All right. But for me, my final result, not as big as Lucky's. I'm sure some of you will find it very impressive, but it was a good level for me. I got 27 boxes. That's pretty good for myself. I usually run out of steam after 10. This year I found very manageable, except for that middle run. I could use some MLB K-scopes myself. I'm one away from having one. So if I could actually get a couple in there, that would be probably helpful. Would have made that a lot faster. Because honestly, I think if I could have gone as ham as I may have felt like on that middle run, I would have been okay. And honestly, I probably could have cleared 30 if the final night of the Lotto hadn't also been Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament night, which I run and involves me, recording segments and setting up rooms and doing a lot of background work. So I could only farm so much. But pretty good for me. I am working on my own Romulus, but he is not... I ran out of embers before he got max ascension. But many 4 and 5 stars are now max level. I really focused on all my golds who were level 82 or 75 and being all right, now I'm not gonna run out of embers. I am nothing but embers. Level yourself, damn you. So that'll be helpful for the future. Because we can see the future.
Yay, future.
It's spicy future. But before we talk about the future, we need to talk about the past and or the present, depending on how you think about this. And I need to ask you, did you finish your master missions? I hope you guys can hear my raised eyebrow when I ask that.
Very Holmes.
So, to complete your master missions, I almost did that sentence in completely the wrong way. I'm not sure where I was going with that one, me. But you need to defeat 5 divine servants, defeat 3 king servants, and I do believe these are specifically servants. They're noted. You need to defeat 20 enemies, not servants or bosses. Defeat 40 enemies, not servants or bosses. Defeat 15 demonic enemies, and defeat 15 enemies with the human attribute. So the servant things are specific, the other stuff isn't. I'm gonna assume you probably already cleared these by the time Lotto ended, because I know I did.
Same.
So, yeah. If you were doing the Lotto node and not, farming french fries or something, hunting for strong dogs, you were probably okay. Which is good for me, because I need that sweet, sweet Saint Quarts. Speaking of sweet, sweet Saint Quarts, let's go to Skelegrams.
Yeah.
Sadly, there will be no spooky skeleton intros this year. I've learned my lesson. YouTube doesn't like those. Rip. But first of all, we have news from NA. Our follow-up to Lotto ending was FGO The Stage website release commemoration campaign, running from the 15th until the 29th. Log in every day for a total of 14 Saint Quarts. I appreciate this. There will be 2 commemoration quests. The first one is open now. The second one will be after about a week, I think. This will let you pick up the 2 CEs they did for this. You also get double FP and half FP interludes / rank ups for Camelot servants. And there is a summon banner for Da Vinci, Oz, Lancelot, Tristan, Gawain, and Bedivere. I wonder if I should throw some tickets in that. I think my Bedivere is only like NP2. But I just, somehow my luck, I'd get like extra NPs on Da Vinci or something and be like, well, that's cool, but if I'm going to get an SSR, I would have preferred Spacer Star.
Right.
We'll see what happens. I'll think about it for a few days. We got several days. Bedivere is on a rate up all the time, I believe. Yeah, Bedivere, I think Bedivere and Da Vinci are constant. The others rotate. But yeah, that's cool. This is giving us some of the banners that we quote unquote missed. Collecting all that stuff together, giving us some extra stuff. That'll be cool. Now we just need to hope and pray that we get those Camelot movie films sometime. Anybody? Bueller? All right, we'll talk about it later. No, I'm not going to shut the fuck up about it, though. Where are they? Do I have to, brave the wrath of Poseidon, row my boat over to Japan, and come back with Blu-rays? Come on, help a brother out. This is the global world. We don't need to do that. But then we have another big one. Summer 6 main banner 2, going from the 15th until the 29th. It is, as people determine through a mixture of data mining and just playing the fucking event, SSR Avenger, SR Canis Rider and Sei Shonagon Berserker, and both sets of CEs. We are doomed. Lucky's more doomed than I am because he's committed to NP5.
I am. Listen, I don't want to have to try and roll on next summer when we're going to have even more ridiculous summer units out then. We're only going, well, I guess summer 5 was kind of for summer 6, no.
5 was really explosive for some people.
Yeah.
I think we're both just kind of okay on it. It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
But yeah, I don't think anything in particular, any other, news or anything crawled out of the woodwork. It's just, Caldea Summer Adventure got the timestamps, the time locks are all done. Timestamps are not done.
Yay.
And timestamps may be late. Robin got a PS5 and was up all day doing that, and he said that he might not do timestamps right away because he's going to be playing Arise.
Listen, we have a bunch of people playing it.
Yeah.
A bunch of people. Sold out over 100.
What were you going to say? Sold 100,000 copies or something?
No, like 1 million copies.
1 million copies. Damn. Spice.
Yeah. Spice.
That's cool. My fate is already sealed a different way. Earlier today, I placed my order for the Death Loop. That'll be coming Monday-ish. So I have the weekend to beat Skyward Sword, or I have to feel bad about myself. Really, not really. I just don't know. I think I'm Skyward's one of those games where it's split into the 2 halves, so I'm on the third of the first thing, but then we got to do probably 4 of the second thing, because that's always how it works, or maybe it's 5. I hope it's not like a Link to the Past and there's 7 of the second thing. God.
Oh no.
Also because those dungeons. God damn. Fucking Nintendo. Ugh, Dark World. Anyway, this is completely unrelated. But I do also want the episode to be longer because people like those, and I think YouTube likes those, so I'll faff a little. But yeah, so if you're wondering, if timestamps aren't done, and you're wondering why, that's why. And I'm not, I've said this before, I'm not going to shame Robin. I don't give a fuck. He does this for free. Also, another reason why he was up all day is because he hung out and played card games earlier. We did testing. Watch Progression. We got our first person in Discord who said they joined our community explicitly because they watched Progression. It's great. Thumbs up.
It's great. By the way, all those you can see the thumbnail. No, I'm not sorry. I know exactly what I was doing.
Yes, no. He has completed the thumbnail. He has no regrets.
Nope.
I'm going to save the master version of the thumbnail now, so that in the future past, I can use it as the asset. Time is weird, y'all. Honestly, I joke about it being weird. It's honestly one of my favorite things about, kind of how the setup works, right? We record audio, and then I know I will do assets afterward. So, I love that I get these little jokes, obviously talking about the thumbnail before the thumbnail's done, because it's well, you guys will know because the thumbnail will already be up, but we don't know now. Stuff like that, chatting back and forth with the patrons in real time, turning into future past stuff. Same for Yu-Gi-Oh! I've talked about, I think, I do a thing now where I'm showing the deck lists of everybody. But because that would be cheating, we don't reveal those until after the tournament is done for us. So the way I set up the episodes is I do the whole, 5 to 10 minute spiel about what deck I'm playing and why I decided that, and then I just showcase everybody else's decks in a slideshow really quick so the episode isn't 30 minutes longer, or more like an hour longer. I know who I'm doing this with. But I don't know what the lists are, so, as we unlock the episodes, everybody gets to be surprised, and I make jokes about how, well, the audience already knows, because the past, it's funny. But yeah, so summer's coming out. I don't think there's really any news there. The banners exist. We will give you the thoughts and feelings there on those units themselves when it happens. Everybody looks pretty good. I do still, redrop's redrop, and in story, Kama has a lot of extra story sprites. I'm gonna assume redrop was just a lunatic, is why. I think though our only constantly crazy summer is Sei, because she has it's very loud, very busy, very splashy, flashy.
It's nothing if you look at her her archer form, it's nothing completely different. It's nothing I want to say I would say odd for her, because
yes,
her
it's
and
not
her
out of character.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I can't word. But it's busy. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes. It's not out of character, but it is very much the, it is one of those wacky, crazy summers with all the extra details.
She's definitely living up her Maxima Harajuku kind of girl going on there.
I think I talked about this off mic. Her profile's been translated. Apparently what Sei Shonagon thinks a berserker is an outlaw or a hoodlum, so basically a delinquent. Hence why her first ascension has, skater girl vibes. And allegedly she has spray paint that magically disappears over time. And Emiya canonically has to chase her out of the kitchen when she spray paints stuff with the kids and runs away, like a gremlin. So yeah, that's pretty fun. I think Canis has some interesting elements, like her third ascension is got a lot of extra stuff. But also, that's not really summer related, the diving knife and the flashbangs.
Listen, she has a giant mechanical sea serpent, okay? That's what I'm on about right now. It's what?
Yeah. But once again, shout out to Azusa. That final ascension art is chef's kiss. But also, yes, redrop is just fucking lunatic. Blue comma win.
Actually, I believe one of my favorite thing is not the actual spy, but when redrop did the thank you for that, he did a little bust of Kama, and what kills me every time is just seeing the parrot on her shoulder just kind of leaning back, just I'm just every time I see that, I'm just oh, this is the best. I wonder if those parrots...
Redrop's really, really high level. Some people have already done a comparison. Apparently, redrop basically redrew a Kama expression to perfectly mimic a funny haha Sakura expression face. I'm gonna guess probably from Hollow Ataraxia, but it could be in the core FSN game. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. I think Lucky and I are both firmly blocked in on that banner too now.
Yeah. Like I said, honestly, here's the thing, I want to, Lucky as fuck, because like I said, I don't want to necessarily have to wait, a whole nother year to try and MP5 a comic, because, again, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my Sakura faces and my Fox faces, my Tamamo faces up to max MP for maximum whatever it is. But with the summer units, your chances, after those, that banner and that rerun banner become very slim.
Yeah, they get very chaotic. They do rerun summers, especially earlier summers, but knowing when that's coming is, non-existent.
Yeah. So, my best bet to do this is to do it all in one swoop. And I'm just oh god. Either I have to save a fuck ton of money, or I have to spend a fuck ton of money and start getting some USOs. I'm due for one. I'm fucking due for one. I have several MP5 permanent SSRs.
Can you score 10 of them in 2 years?
Well, no, I need to score 50 of them in 2 years if I want an MP5. Well, I'm probably not 50, maybe 20. I'm pretty sure I can achieve an MP3 in a reasonable amount of money. Maybe only $2,000.
Cryman, you guys really are wheels. Somebody in chat talking about his 19 USOs. That could also, though, just be, you can only USO once per limited? Interesting. I didn't even realize there was a limiter. Why is there a limiter? This mechanic is already so bougie. Sorry, I killed Lucky. But seriously, why is there a limit? If you have 50 USOs, do you know how much fucking money you've spent or how unlucky you are? Well, yeah, so I guess the question is, can you get 10 for a free NP1?
Well, honestly, who knows? Maybe because, like I said, I'm gonna try an NP5 Tama. Like this is why I'm dead because I'm gonna try NP5 Tamavich as well. So that means I'm literally doing back-to-back big spending.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, I think you know that you don't have to 5 Tamavich right away because she will be back at least in a year exactly, if not other times, because anniversary servants do get raid-ups very frequently.
Yeah.
Hi, Da Vinci was on a raid-up right now, NNA. But, like, yeah, those are big points that are big strike zones for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have it easier. I'll be fine with it because I have such awful luck with summers. I'll be fine with an NP1 of everybody, but no, I like all these guys.
Ugh.
And I like them mechanically too because they're hybrid units, but they are usually arts or quick leaning.
Honestly, I love Kama's kid. Makes charm strats fucking wild.
Yeah, we'll talk about all these after the mailbag break, but no. Once again, I don't think anybody. I mean, Kama, I think, is one of the wacky, haha, look at all this weird shit you can do kind of thing, like the min-maxi type builds where you can get really, really good at stuff. Because I think, actually, technically, let me double check what regular Sei's, like, NP niche is like. I think it is actually technically similar to her summer version.
Yeah, isn't she quick?
She is quick, she is AoE. Oh, wow, okay, so I didn't even realize it was exactly. Yeah, no, her... Oh, no, okay, so the alignments are different. That makes sense, but her normal NP is AoE quick with neutral Shadow Servants and Man. Her summer form is single target quick with more hits, but is lawful Shadow Servants and Man. So yeah, she basically has the same niche. It's just that her deck is wildly different because as an archer, she has a much more archer style quick arts buster, and as a berserker, she is a gorilla.
And we'll definitely get into this wild, like, again.
Yeah. They're all, I think, a lot of fun, but none of them are, like, crazy weird. Kama is probably, like I said, the most unique because she has a unique debuff effect. On the other hand, being a berserker that's single target, Summer Sei probably has a much wider hit niche.
Well, yeah, no, people are going to Scotty loop her probably, so, actually, yeah, big.
Yeah, her normal archer form is only 4 hits. You can't Scotty loop that very easily, I don't think. There's a little something for everybody in this summer, because you can Scotty loop the shit out of Summer Okitan. By the way, this reminds me, it technically loops back to some stuff, but I did want to bring this up because it's funny, because people talk about the summer males, ? Not outright male, but we do technically have 2 servants of the unknown gender in our summer slot this year.
Oh, really?
There's Caenis, whose gender is categorized ambiguously because they're however you want to try to force it into English pronouns, because Japanese uses a completely different style of pronoun schema. Because canonically Caenis' gender flips in story several times. But Okitan is also unknown. I think it's because even though they are, you can't tell because they're small, but I think Rengoku might be supposed to be still male? Or just question mark?
It seemed masculine and Guda.
Yeah, I believe Rengoku uses masculine pronouns, so is technically a Shota, which means that Summer Okitan is boths, which is very funny. But yeah, summer looking good, looking interesting. I'm sure the actual event itself is probably pretty interesting. I've seen a fair number of weird, wacky sprite clips and stuff. Got a lot of funny things going on.
By the way...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna confess it. Lucky's grinding on Bloodstream for Monday's stream. I accidentally found the chest that I didn't get last time, so just letting you all know.
I was gonna bring up, I have seen a very funny meme of apparently finding Ashia Doman buried in the sand. That makes sense because he's a bonus servant. He had to appear in it somewhere. Mm-hmm. Many jokes about just leaving him there, beating him up, whatever. But, alright. So, let's see. We probably we're about 30 minutes. We've faffed out news for the most part long enough. Let's move on to our next bit. This is not a formal news bit, but people have been talking about it a fucking lot, so it's worth mentioning. And that is that, we can stop down to talk about how, in my words, clown shoes, the Chinese server is right now. I don't want to dwell on some parts of it as much as some people seem to, but there's a couple of things to talk about, so... We'll talk about how this works out in a second. Go ahead, Lucky. You're going to talk about the same thing.
Yeah, no, so, I want to give the full story, but I didn't actually think about actually getting it. But basically, this all has come around because in one Chinese mobile gacha game, there was a depiction of a character that China was all like, what? And did not like it at all. So they have basically released a list of all these new restrictions that games have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And in following these restrictions, FGO China has had to make some interesting choices.
So this story first broke because I believe they're doing a downloads banner that Chin Wong is on, and Little Wu is there as well. Wu Zetian. So people noticed that she was censored before. She's now censored, double censored, as in she's not fucking there anymore. I don't remember how in-game sprites work, if anybody's got that one. But the card is now just the class card, no art. And I don't know what the licensing is like between Delightworks and Bilibili, I believe, handles it in China. If I was the artist, I would probably be a little annoyed about that, but I also, like I said, I don't know what the licensing agreement is. So, people noticed this first, because it's very memey, right? Just blank card. Servant gone. And then that kind of expanded from there. I don't think we need to read the list line for line, but I did retweet a translation of this list. Because the restrictions are the funny part. First of all, apparently China is for kids now. Early 90s and 2000s anime dubs for kids. No words that can be related to murder, or be interpreted that way, such as kill. Okay, so they have they make a generic Hassan sprite for the gold art in battle. That is wild. They've ripped some generic art assets. Neat. There's some, pretty typical stuff against sexualization and sexualized violence. No attacks on lady parts. No obvious touching of the lady bits. No sex allowed. No hinting at sex allowed. No genitals or hinting at genitals. So it's equal opportunity, assuming this translation is correct. I feel like this must be directly hit at like horny gacha games or something. But a lot of what may be your favorite doujin tags are banned. No body transformation, no body modification, no drugs, no mental degradation. No depictions of prostitution. Interesting. I suppose controlling the sex controls the people. Some of these are just hilarious. No getting rewards from PvP content. Competition is bad, y'all. No females in underwear, no cleavage. No blood, no skeletons. All the usual China stuff. And then just, like... Then we get the real clown shoes, right? No scaring the player is allowed. No brutal actions allowed. Hunting non-humans is legal. No content depicting democracy, which I was like, this is like reverse Liberty Prime shit. And that's supposed to be a joke. No demonstrations allowed. We're still butthurt about Hong Kong. Thanks, China. We hadn't noticed. No content going against communism allowed. That was already not away. No glorification of people or countries that invaded or colonized China. I'm shocked that means that all Japanese servants haven't been censored. No content allowed that depicts great Chinese people as something they were not in reality, which is where most of the censorship comes in. Treating Wu Zetian as a lolly is not okay. Several other things are not okay. But Chen Gong's alright. He's perfectly uncensored.
That's same as Waver.
Yeah. I don't know about that one either. Especially because
Rain is censored.
Yes. Because of the gender flip. Red hair is allowed. He was a horse. The government's always been thin-skinned. Everybody remember to compare what's-his-face, the Chinese PM, to Winnie the Pooh in the comments. Because apparently he gets really butthurt about that, and it's the dumbest thing. There's a lot of the stuff I talked about that's very sex negative or, generally about, not doing antisocial stuff. Let's see. No works about fortune-telling or other non-scientific actions around. No idea how FGO China even exists with this rule.
I don't.
And the other one, which this is just, they probably had to do some creative translating, is just straight up no English allowed. Golly gee willikers, I wonder who the culture war is against. Because that's what it is, right? This is culture warfare. This is nothing can be depicted that would make our history look less idealized than it is, and nothing can be done that lets our people realize or think that there is anything but society as we say it is, which is pretty bullshit. But they're China. They make their laws. I think that we should be a little more on the eyeballs about this, because, like, I understand they make a great lot of toys in China, and there are a lot of American companies who are like, Chinese money, but, like, it's not fucking worth it.
It's really not.
Literally, look at this last bullet point. No English allowed. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that is pure just, we don't want your culture imported. We don't want it mentioned. Do not speak our language.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, but...
I mean, but like, it's just such a weird, like, Hays Code-ass thing. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
China's getting, like...
I don't know if summers are allowed. There's a lot of cleavage in those.
I mean, here's the thing. Couldn't you, like... I think there's an argument to be said here, but isn't there a lot of MPs that are just said in English?
Yes.
And, like for example, take a fucking EMEA. Is all of EMEA just gonna be censored?
I mean, it's English, so I don't know if they could justify that as like, oh, no. He's using Japanese pronunciation.
No, this is actually Japanese.
Like I said, I literally don't know how with this list, the Chinese server of FGO hasn't just fucking exploded. Because, like, there's so many things in this list that are, like, you can translate around some of them, but, I don't know, maybe the censors are morons and they don't understand subtlety. But, like, fortune-telling and non-scientific actions, so the time travel, not scientifically sound, based on a system of magic. Magecraft, yeah.
How does it work? I don't fucking know!
Yeah, I don't know. The thing I said I don't want to harp on is this is the joke everybody's going to, that because a lot of the servants have their names censored now, they are just listed as their class plus their unit number. I've seen several people posting that over a couple of days. That's not really that funny to me.
It's not. I mean, I checked once.
Yeah.
Just over the situation, but nah. After it's gotten posted like 6 times, I'm like, guys, I'm done.
It's good for one chuckle. Like the one I think where people are like, so Red Hair talks about Lubu because I think he is censored, but Red Hair is okay. The Centaur Man is all right. That's okay. That's how the historical Red Hair horse worked. He could talk and had arms. Yeah, and I'm gonna assume that is government approved because the stuff was changed. I assume that they had somebody go down the line and be like, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. Not okay. Oh, he is still censored? I thought he wasn't. People talked about that. Somebody mentioned it earlier. But like, it's so funny. Like, what they got going on. The Chen Gong thing is mostly because of the memes about him, but I don't know. The Chinese government might think it's cool for you to get blown up for your general. I'll take broad swings at this culture. Listen, their rules are no English, no demonstrations, no depicting democracy. Fuck you. Like, there's no but their culture. Nah, fuck you, dude. This is pure authoritarianism. Nah. I don't care if I can't ever go to China. I'm cool.
Now, we had to talk about this yesterday.
Yeah.
This
was one of our many rando deep dives, which we do occasionally on our Discord. Join now. But yeah, now if you only got scattered bits of that, or you haven't been paying attention, you have a little bit of a catch up on what that is. I'm fairly certain it's like, and the reason why I was like, I don't know how much we'll talk about it was, I don't think it's a big deal for other servers. First of all, Japan's never going to do that. That's not how they roll. I mean, I don't know for the Japanese rating board if there are still some subjects they might have to avoid because the Japanese have their own weird cultural touchstones. Like, drug use in Japan is, like, really, really frowned upon to... Like, you think the drug war is bad over here? Like, it's way worse in Japan about, like, how they treat it as a society and how verboten it is. Do not smoke a blunt in Japan. And obviously, some people who are morons and are trying to start shit might complain about Emiya Alter getting his skin slightly lightened to avoid unfortunate comparisons to actual social issues in our real life, which are still very apparent. I say, fuck you, this isn't the same. Especially considering that the OG depiction in Japan was actually insensitive. Like, a shocking number of people, like, parroted the Detroit Emiya nickname for a while, and I'm like, guys, that's kind of not all right. Like, I'm not gonna throw rocks about it or anything. And besides, I'm not even black, but like, it's like that still feels a little like Like, that's definitely one of those, like, crass jokes that people make, and I'm like, I don't think that's that funny.
I don't think it's funny either. I also think people made a lot more deal of it than it really was, but I have my own feelings on that.
Yeah.
But it's still one of those things of, it's not something you parade around.
No. It's not something you necessarily want to yell out. Like, it's and the same as some of the translations, like, we were trying to figure out how to, like, push this Emiya to his limits, so we made him darker skinned and made him look like he was in prison. I'm like, all right, okay. I have questions about why you thought this was the direction. Like, yeah, I know, he's wearing handcuffs. He could just be doing that, though. That could be, like, a cool thing. But no, there was, like, the artist comments were very weird. I don't know if they were taken out of context or not. But
I think they kind of were, because, like I say, he's an alter, so dark skin's a given. In prison, they usually chop off all your fucking hair, so that's why it probably has the fucking weird-ass crew cut. And, so... I think, again, like, you can't... Unfortunately, this is the weird society... The thing about society we live in is we don't necessarily know all the answers for why something is, and so people will often try to extrapolate the ones on their own, and sometimes they get weird fucking results, and they could be right, but they also could be wrong.
Yeah, I will say, I will err on the side of... probably just being insensitive as opposed to like openly racist, but like it's still when you take that insensitivity abroad to the culture it is applied to, that's when you cause problems, because some of those people are going to be sensitive, and it's a thing that's still ongoing. So like I don't really believe in especially in government censorship, but like know your audience, know who you're talking to. There's no reason to cause a problem.
Fact is important.
So, yeah. The China thing's, like, crazy over the top. We're clown world shit here.
A little too overboard, I would say. But I think that's enough on China. I think everyone is appraised on our thoughts and feelings and know what... Oh.
Excuse you.
Thank you. I had a shake. Someone bought it for me. Well, they future bought it for me. They said they'll donate in our next stream thing, whatever. If I got a shake. So I got a shake. Ugh.
All right.
So,
that means
with that, though, that means I will... Actually, no, I can. I'm just punching dark elementals. I can do this at the same time. Be glad you're not actually hearing this, because you're just going to be hearing Miriam saying the fucking spell to shoot a laser over and over again.
Yeah, I remember that one. Because when we did the stream and the internet connection was borked, I still would hear that over the speakers. Just invert and laser beam.
So, with that, though, it is time for this week's Let's Talk bleh, FGO mailbag. The segment where we read what you have to say and comment accordingly. This week, we have an uptick. We have 29. As I said, everyone was just playing the fucking lotto. No one had time to comment. They had to smash buttons. They had to touch fluffy sheep. Buttons. Oh, shit, that's right. When does Delta Room Chapter 2 come out? Today? Tomorrow? Soon? We need to do that. Is it tonight? Shit. I gotta replay I played Chapter 1, but I don't remember it, so I need to play it again.
It's been a couple of years, I believe.
Donikaku. Yeah, we will record a comment accordingly. We have 29. We begin meow. This first one comes from Bearer of Chaos Luck EX. Did I say Lock? Chaos Luck EX. Cyrus 21. They say, hey guys, no real question this week, as I recently got back from Madrid, combined with some real life stuff. Records from the Throne this week, and your mania is now MP3. Oh, which I thought killed my luck dead. I had a brain fart as I read that. I was like, wait. Also, did multiple ticket rolls over the event to get back into the school banner, and after doing my master missions after watching the show, had enough for a double roll bonus. At late at night, I thought, what the hell? Imagine my surprise. I pulled Murasaki Shikiju on the freeze card, and the Spell Seal Designation Enforcer on the second. Well, it looks like I'm saving up for Saber Wars 2. I can get other shots at Raiko and Kentoki. Anyways, I pray for Lucky and his wallet later. Well, congratulations on all that good shit happened to you. I hope you save plenty, and thank you for the prayers and well wishes. I'm going to fucking need them. But we are going to move on. This next one comes from me, Steve Summercona. Also me, I'm Dai. Thank you forever. Thank you, puppers, for this meme. We will cherish it forever. Unfortunately, Corona usually streams more in the morning for me, so it's hard for me to catch her at work. I cry slightly. But they say, greetings, Lucky Omega, with Summer Comma off the list, aside from Resh or Medusa, who is someone you'd like to see? I'm assuming you like to see as a Summer. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not, what the fuck you weren't expecting? My answer is still as before. I would like to see a Boudica and an Adelante. Those are big on my numbers.
I'll take the other half of our usual and say Summer Drake.
And this isn't necessarily a serious one because Jesus fucking Christ, I'd have to roll, but I'd still love to see like a deep sea diver, a passion lip, and just a big sub. Makes me keck every time. See, I did it right now. But thank you very much. This next one comes from basically skipping Summer 5 for Summer 6. I have this feel too. I have this fucking feel too. I'm just looking at Summer 5 as like, I know I usually roll for every summer, but I'm just like, what do I do? What do I do? Lucky, what do you do? I don't know. Lucky, what do I do? I don't know. What do we do?
And
Wow.
so the chain goes all the way down. It's just, what do we do? I don't know. All the way down.
Question. Say the Lightworks kidnaps the both of you and forces you to design a new Liz. What do you come up with? Rod strokes only. Let's make this a fun, breezy kidnapping. I'm assuming that's supposed to be an and. The A symbol is not an ampersand. It's pretty close, but it's not. Honestly, I don't think we need to design a new Liz. We really don't. We still have multiple Liz designs just in the fucking works.
Yeah, Liz Japan when I think there's a couple of other stuff she's done.
Corroded Liz.
Yeah.
Where's
Corroded
giant pink sweater? Yeah, where's a giant pink sweater Liz?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I have a joke about Space Heroine E, like her servant version, which is just Liz in like some Space Channel 5, pop spacesuit with a ray gun. She's an archer, obviously, but that's it. That was my funny joke several years ago, and yet we still have Liz's that are unlizzed. So, yarg.
If we're gonna do something weird, I'd say make Liz and Carmilla do a fucking fusion dance. Make a fucking Liz ruler. But it's like a young adult Liz, so it's more mature than regular Liz, but more youthful than Carmilla.
So
sounds like
so something like Fairy Night Tristan, but actually middle Liz, not just a meme.
Yes.
Actually, what they should do is then they should actually do like kind of like how Carmilla in all of her non-OG appearances looks like a normal fucking person. That like maybe give her like a light pink or just her white hair and like just look like a normal human, and you're like, who the fuck are you? I'm Elizabeth Bathory, duh. No, don't call me like. Actually, that would be the point, right? Like, she's Elizabeth Bathory, but she's not like.
She's not Carmilla, and she's not Liz.
Yeah, don't call me like Ellie Chan or anything. She's like, I'm Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, what if the fusion and she was a ruler and she was like the actual Duchess? That'd be wild. I love it. Cleopatra would have a fucking conniption fit.
And then make it a Halloween tie-in so that her noble phantasm is Castle Prestige, but it's the version from all the Halloweens. She just drops the fucking castle on them. Yeah, a 3-hit Buster AoE. You drop the normal castle, you drop the pyramid, you drop the castle, the other castle. Himeji, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. And then,
I love it.
Then she probably has a bonus line like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on with my castle?
What happened to my castle?
That's great. That's even better. That's the best.
All right, but no, that was good. That was good. We're gonna move on though. We're gonna move on. So, thank you very much for that. This next one comes from Sensuous Love, Sensuous Life. They say, "Ahoy, Lucky. Are you okay? Are you okay, Lucky? No. And also, no. P.S. Omega, your ahoy was surprisingly cute. Oh ho ho.
What, like when I imitate how Marine says ahoy? Ahoy.
Yeah,
we all ahoy around here.
We all ahoy.
We all ahoy down here. Waha. R.I.P. Tim Curry. We got an ahoy in chat even.
Yeah. So, anyway, thank you very much for that. I am Die Forever, and we move on. This next one comes from King of Apples, who is reading things on the Type of Moon wiki, and now head hurdy. Yes, this is correct?
Yeah. Everybody wish me Godspeed for next week.
Oh yeah, you're doing Tsukihime, my dude.
Yes. And I think it will be fine next week, because I suspect that there won't be huge news between now and then, but I'm still gonna have to write this motherfucker.
Godspeed, Omega. Let's see here. But that's it. Question. Are there ant servants whose playstyles and or kids you dislike? I dislike the grammar in
really
this.
wild today.
Listen, everyone's in that post lotto just it's like after you get out of the club and all you hear is the from the speakers blasting in your ear all night. People just kind of
everybody just has lotto tinnitus.
Yeah, lotto tonight is just like what? A little bit of the punk drunkenness. So, as for your question, I'm trying to think, like, kits.
I mean, I don't know about specific kits, but there's definitely a playstyle. I was thinking about this. Like, I've always been this way. I don't actually like cockroach kits a lot. Like, my regular SQ was unleveled for so long just because I don't really like the idea of just hold out and live and you'll be fine. Like, I've played hardcore stall strats, but usually those are arts chains, so like with Jean, obviously sometimes it takes me a long fucking time because everybody dies, but my usual intent is everybody keeps NPing. I still don't do that way, but like, ideally there's an offensive goal in mind when you do quote-unquote art stall. And even then, I never really enjoyed art stall. I just did it because Jean was my first SSR. So like, definitely the cockroaching type strat. Like, I'm actually just like, is there a way I can just get this over with faster? And sometimes there's not. I think that's really about it. Like, I'm not actually that upset about Quake. It's just I did not really seriously roll for Scotty and don't have one, so I can't do the funny ha-ha thing.
Like, me... I guess... I can't really think of one off the top of my head. I think the thing I probably hate the most, though, is probably playstyles that are focused mostly on one particular niche that doesn't have any kind of support anywhere. I can't think of them. Like I said, I don't use them, and I don't think of them, but I know there was a couple servants who are like, well, like, for example, like, I love her to death. I literally do. Boudica. Like, Boudica's kit, I'm just like, oh, how do I use this?
Yeah, Boudica's kit isn't really relevant until Romulus Queerness exists, and even then, he does his own niche, because he makes people Roman.
Yeah, and also, oh, by the way, fuck you to your pre-strengthening and / interlude kits don't count. Like, they totally do count, because just in case, you might not have done that interlude or rank up.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, is, like, you have to have leveled a servant to do their rank ups and interludes. So if they have a bad kit, you probably have a hard time fixing their kit.
But,
Hey, don't say that to Nemo. It's not Nemo's fault.
I mean, actually, there's a lot of servants who have reliance on water maps, but there are ways to get water maps.
I mean, so to spoil a joke I make later, because Canis also has a couple of effects. They're not as bad as Nemo. Some of Nemo's things that proc only on water are actually quite important. For Canis, it's mostly just extra shit. Like, one of them, she only gets star absorb on water maps. She's already a writer, so it's only really a problem if you have not many stars on Oops All Writers. But
All Writers.
Like, Nemo has some serious shit, so I'm like, okay, guys, I know you made it so Summer Melt can make water fields, but that's one unit. There's so many who you need water. Could you give me a mystic code that changes the terrain or something, please? Like, it's a little weird, but hopefully okay.
Hopefully okay. But yeah, no, like, Boudica's trade damage of like all on like being Roma, which isn't an obsolete trait, but it just doesn't come up and play enough for you that actually fucking matters. Like, if you notice, there's a lot of trait damage here that's usually focused on like types, like fucking, Shadow Servants, which you fight a lot of, or alignment types.
Yep.
Or
Alignments never go out of style. The 4 attributes: Earthman, Sky, and Star. Sky also translated in NA as Heaven. Like, those always count because even NPCs have that.
Yeah. So that's fine. That's like, then you can usually like find a good place to put that. But when you start getting into like hyper specific traits and you only affect like one of those traits, it's just like, yeah. That's like, Saberface is one of those things too, but there's a fuck ton of them. I'm guaranteeing you're going to be finding an Artorias somewhere.
Yeah, I think the kind of bad version of that is actually Mordred's damage trait, which is just Arthur's. So that's just actually Artoria and Arthur, and that's it. Now, there's a lot of those too, and we get usually like +1 a year. She's still a Saber with an AoE buster. It's not that great, guys. It's only on her NP. I'm a little sad. At least they didn't take away her Excalibur style battery first. Like, she gets trait damage and she still gets the NP charge. But yeah, no, I kind of agree. I don't think I even thought about that niche just because we never use those niches. Those are arguably the worst, is like hyper special like trait damage or counterplay stuff. It's a little too finicky. I suspect even with Romulus Queerness it's too finicky, but also you and I are not going to roll for Romulus Queerness. I'm sure he's cool, but I got shit to do, okay?
I really do.
I don't even think he's on the same rate up as Canis. I think it's Dioscuri and Canis on the first banner.
Yeah, don't you want the Dioscuri too?
I do, but they're permanent. This is like the Vishra problem. It's like, okay, Vishra's cool, but she's sandwiched between 2 very important banners, and she's permanent. So, yeah. Big
Listen, Lucky's gonna be up later with the conspiracy board and the red string and our big giant red marker.
Mm-hmm.
Just
you're gonna build your spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we talked that one down. Let's keep moving on. We got a few more of these.
We do got a few more of these. All right.
By the way, there's no. We didn't even talk about it. There's no limit on this mailbag. What do we care?
Nah.
Maybe if you guys give us like 40 questions for mailbag and we have like really, really big news to talk about, we'll bother. But like, y'all been softballing us these past couple of weeks.
With that, this next one comes from Engineering how to make my exit from the call center. I feel like there's a story here. Not entirely sure. I'm a little curious. But they say, hello, Lucky Omega. Been a while, but the alias basically tells me what I've been doing lately. No, it doesn't! Oh, wait, no, I have jumped from one question. I jumped from one aliases to the next question. I'm done.
Rip.
I'm
There's
rip.
a read more in there, even.
All right. Here we go. So, engineering how to make my exit from the call center. And they say, good day, Lucky Omega. I have a question. What servant do you think has the best life philosophy? Sadly, Marcus Aurelius? Is it Aurelius?
Yeah, it's Aurelius.
Aurelius. I'm gonna say it's Aurelius. And Buddhists aren't summonable yet. That being said, kudos for your show. I can always look forward to listening to it on the weekend, sending the best vibes your way. Kind regards. Well, best regards to you too, my dude. Funnily enough, best life philosophy for me, Blackbeard. Blackbeard just literally lives his best life and gives no fucks.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Like, obviously, everybody's interpolation of philosophy is going to be different because that's how humans work. Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out like who has best philosophy. Like, you might think, oh, we're going to do some kind of like meeting of the kings bullshit from Fate Zero. Nah, Lucky's probably got it. It's somebody like Blackbeard who's simple. Just, be you. Live your best life. Take what you want. What was that great anarchist quote that Dallas quoted in our deep conversation? It was like, what was it like? Ask them for work. If they won't give you work, ask for bread. If they won't give you bread, take bread.
Yes.
That's I think I kind of concur with that life philosophy. That's pretty good.
No, I loved it. By the way, Dallas informed us that was by Emma Goldstone, who's considered the mother of modern anarchy. Look it up. Look her up. She's actually a little wild. Like I said, I like talking about like political philosophies and whatnot is a wild thing. Like Lucky isn't like necessarily for like anarchy as like a form of government, but I am totally for it as a system to transition between governments. I'm like, yeah, no, if your government's fucked up, blow it the fuck up. It's easy. That's the easiest way to do it. Just get rid of it.
Never be so attached to something that you can't tear it down and build it back again when it's fucked up, because you'll fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's a life philosophy, and I don't know. There are definitely some servants who have that kind of opinion. That's the thing I've learned, though, personally in life, is just, like, never be so attached to something that you can't break it down and start over from scratch. Because, like, you gotta do that a lot in life. Very few times will you nail something on the first try.
I'm trying. Honestly, I think that's probably Hans. Because, actually, in life, Hans, like, got, like, no recognition for his fucking work, but he still kept at it.
Yeah. Constantly, you might think he's kind of skeevy with his constantly fighting against deadlines, but no, like the dude kept going until he died old. He unfortunately, I think, died poor, but he was trying.
He died alone, poor, and unloved.
Rip him.
He had a giant fucking nose, though. Jesus.
God, but was he working, working the whole damn time, breaking you hot in more ways than one, but also, goddamn Hans, what the fuck? A lot of your stories are so brutal. Why? The original version of The Little Mermaid is not cool.
Oh god, have I actually ever read the original? I don't think I have.
I don't know if I've read it word for word, but I have read the classical summaries of beat for beat, and it's not comfortable.
I remember, at one point the mermaid gets her legs torn in two and they're bleeding, but the prince makes her fucking dance.
Yeah.
And
it's very mean-spirited. She still gets turned into sea foam, and then she has to, like, hope for, like... Or no, she doesn't actually turn to sea foam. She gets turned into the statue and has to hope for, like, 1,000 years that God takes pity on her and gives her a soul. Because that's the ethos. It's not about banging. It's about getting a soul, because immortal souls are important. I think technically the Snow Queen actually does end up positively, but God, is it a weird, wacky road there.
Like I said, like, fucking... I always blame Disney for this, but God, man, you just don't realize how fucking metal some old tales are.
Yeah, not that some Disney movies aren't brutal. It's just that the original fairy stories are way more metal, as Lucky said, than you think.
Like in Cinderella, like I always remember this one. Like, it was like it's a lot more dark. But the thing that always stuck out to me is when the prince goes around to all the houses to try to fucking find the match for the shoe. fucking Cinderella's fucking stepsisters cut off their heels.
Yeah, they hack apart their feet so they'll fit in the fucking slipper, and it doesn't even work. And I'm just
No.
Yeah. That's why the way when you mentioned, because I knew exactly what you would talk about. That's why I went.
And it's just like this, fucking like Aladdin. This is the thing that kills me. They did such a disservice to Aladdin. Aladdin is actually really, really fucking big and long. It involves multiple genies. The fucking
Yeah, there's the ring genie that leads to the lamp genie.
yeah.
Now, admittedly, there's also weird shit that I'm glad they kind of cut out. Like, the original Aladdin is set in China, but it has all the same trappings as if it was set in the Middle East, so it's not really set in China. They just picked China because it was supposed to be far away. But yeah, no, there's not that I think there's anything necessarily wrong with the Disney film Aladdin, but
No, it's still a good film, but it's
adaptation-wise, it's so different, and they simplified so many beats.
It's like, oh man, I literally blame Disney's Hercules for me like growing up thinking that Hades was kind of a shit.
Yeah, that's one of that is absolutely a Disney-esque thing. Well, okay, I think it's a Western cultural thing because of our weird puritanical baggage. We have this association that the underworld, but there's also a heaven. That must mean the underworld is hell and it sucks. No, Percy Jackson movie adaptations. Never mind. You fucking sucked anyway. You were awful. I hate you. Die. This is why you only made 2 movies. It's not even like Chronicles of Narnia where just the love died. That's okay. They made the best movies. They made the best books into movies. I'll fucking say it. Voyage of the Dawn Trader's the best one. Fucking Horse and His Boy. Who wants to watch that movie? Ugh. That'll be a weird podcast someday when somebody gets me punch drunk, not real drunk, and just make a ramble about the Chronicles of Narnia, because I've been exposed to those since a young age because of being, classic British children's stories. But if you think about them on a macro level, they're weird. They're fucking weird. Never mind that I read / listened to them in the production order where the Magician's Apprentice comes, Magician's Nephew, sorry, Apprentice is the Disney short. The Magician's Nephew comes way later. It's like C.S. Lewis wrote that book like 6th, even though it's the prequel.
One day I'm gonna have to buckle down and actually read / listen to the Chronicles of Narnia. It's
an interesting trip. Like I think a lot of them. Yeah, I don't remember the Silver Chair very well. I just remember that it was very weird. They kind of lose their coherence as they go on. Like the first 3 are very good in my memory. Like the actual Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, Voyage of the Dawn Treader are pretty good. And then we get like weird side story shit. Like the Silver Chair was weird. I mentioned A Horse and His Boy as like a joke because that's set in like the middle of the like 80-year gap when the kids are isekai'd in the Chronicles of Narnia. And then there's the Magician's Nephew, which is the prequel, and then we go to the last battle, which is just everything gets wrapped the fuck up. Also, that's when, if you didn't know already, you super realize that Aslan is just Jesus.
Peace. Is loving Jesus legal yet?
Thinking about them jingles, but yeah, there you go. There's our deep dive on classical literature.
It's such a tangent because we were talking about life philosophy, and I mentioned Hans. Oh man, we good at the writing.
We don't care. I don't care. I want this episode. I mean, I'd like to go to bed, but I can play Zelda while the episode renders. So fuck it.
You need to play some Zelda. You need to play some Zelda anyways. Tonikaku, we moving on.
Now to the one that Lucky fucked up.
Yes, now to the one I fucked up. I'm gonna preemptively push read more. So this next one comes from the guy who's been playing too much Genshin. Now has to farm 60k tickets in 2 days. That's 60k. What is that? 100 boxes?
I think so. What's it? It's 2 for 1 pull?
Yeah, so it's 600 per box? Yeah. 600? Yeah, it's 100 boxes. Okay. Anyway, they say, hello, Lucky Omega. Been a while, but the alias basically tells you what I've been doing lately. Hope you did okay. Want to mention, though, that my GSSR, I somehow got another mouse, so now she's NP4. Is that lucky or not? I think that's pretty lucky. I mean, I got NP2 common. I was, like, ecstatic for that. I was like, yeah! Well,
it saves you some trouble later.
It does. Summer 4, my main target was Merlin. I got him NP2 and 90 quarts. Nice. Which left me around 200 quarts to spend, and so I just rolled randomly and got basically every Summer Sermon except Musashi. Solid. I also got 30 quarts for 500 Longa, and I saw that Provardi was on raid up, and since mine was level 100 but only NP1, I really wanted her, but sadly, instead of getting a mommy, I became a proud dad of a murder lolly with knives. I feel like I messed that up somewhere. Proud dad of a murder lolly with knives. This went on for way longer than expected, but FGO has been very generous to me these past few months, so I had to mention that. Well, congrats to you, my dude. As for the question, I have a simple one. What are your main targets for next year? Mine are Ibuki, Nobukatsu, and MP5 Mao. Hopefully your week is going great and keep up the coming. It really helped me get through the hours of farming I did. Ciao. Well, same to you. Now, let's see here. My main targets for next year, it's, the three off the top of my head. It's gonna be Yang at the beginning of the year. Consort Yang. Yes, I'm still gonna fucking say that, Dallas. Come at me. It's not like you say the kings by their full fucking titles, now do you? No, you just call him King John. I'll bite your ankles off, Dallas. I swear I will. Castoria at anniversary, because guess what? I'm gonna put Castoria in one slot. Then I'm gonna put Tamamo in another slot, and then I'm just gonna put whatever fucking arts caster I want, servant, and I want in the middle, and we're just gonna go ballistic. That's it. That's all I gotta do. I have one forever. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But after that, Ibuki Doji. And I think, like I said, I honestly, that's probably all I'm going to be rolling. Well, that's probably not all. Like I said, I am still laying on the ground trying to figure out what I want to roll for, summer. Yeah, but Oki
reruns in there. There's the summers.
Yeah, there's the main interlude ad in there, and I'm just like, God fucking damn it. Listen, I want to get my MP5 melt. I want to get my MP5 Passion Lip.
Got Himiko later in the year.
I gotta skip. I want Himiko, but I gotta skip. Actually, have you ever rerun that yet?
No, there's not been a rerun for that yet this year. Maybe
okay, yeah, no, there has Halloween. Yeah, no, because if there hasn't been a rerun for there hasn't been a rerun for that, and there hasn't been a rerun for Requiem. So basically, after fucking this summer debacle again, I'll be free to start just rolling on fucking whatever again. So I'm probably gonna wait on those reruns for those.
Yeah, and Gudagudas get reruns, so sometime that should happen
at some point. Yes.
For me, I was just scrolling through the banners. Like I like Sei, but she has a 4-star summer as well, so that's easier. No, the big one for me will probably be Olympus Part 1 with the Canis Dioscuri banner, because Canis is story locked. I really like Odysseus, so I will probably try on White Day, even though he's permanent, because I like him. And then I think, I want some of the summers, but I think it's both 4 stars. So hopefully that won't be a problem. And then I think I'm cool until the end of the year, and then it's bad. Because I want Himiko, and if I'm not doing anything after summer, that may be worth rolling. I have to see where my fucking quartz is at. But, fucking end of the year? I mean, I guess Muramasa's technically the beginning of next year, so that's a whole different budgeting problem. But I also like Ibuki. Also, that banner also has Badia Lily on it, so that's a story lock I've never gotten. I think Lucky and I are both probably not going to do anything other than maybe tickets for Vishra, because she exists but is permanent, so there's always spookin'. Then again, I've been playing this game for 4 years, and I still don't have regular Artoria, so who knows?
I'm confident that I roll enough that she will show up eventually.
Yeah, you roll way more than me, so yeah, probably. Then the big one is at news is Muramasa, so yeah. The end and the beginning are very intense, and then for me, I have an easier time in the middle, because I've got my 1 comma, and I'm okay. Actually, yeah, don't forget, Lucky already mentioned Anniversary, but also I like art, so yes, I'll be trying for Castoria. Especially because I think I'll finally have my Tamamo by then. That's another permanent I haven't rolled in 5 years. But they'll give me a free one. Finally. After 10,000 years, I'm free. I can actually do arts really good. That's the other thing I think that fucked me this year with Lottos.
I'm sorry. After 10,000 years, I'm free. It's time to finally conquer arts.
Yeah, that's my edit. Just stick a Tamamo sprite face on Rita, and then change the text. That's it. That's me right now. I might make that shit post later. But yeah, so those are my really big ones. Is Canis. This person mentioned Nobukatsu, who I don't know if he's a big target, but I'm gonna roll some FP.
I mean, I got enough FP that I can. I'm not worried about it.
I hope. I'm hopeful. I'll probably. I have a fucking anger Manyu, so I'm hoping Nobukatsu's easier than that. And I still have plenty of FP left over after NP5ing all the new bronzes, so it should be fine. So yeah, for me it's Canis, probably Odysseus. I know what I'm about. And I love the Odyssey. Castor Artoria, and somewhere in the Ibuki Muramasa. I also like Himiko. I hope to roll, but that's That it all depends on the time and budget, and you're asking me to future see literally a whole ass year from now for Himiko. No, Tyranno, we literally just had this conversation. She's permanent. She's permanent, and I like her, but I'm not as much of a nerd about that as I am about the Odyssey.
I had like me and Bradamante. Like I like Bradamante. I think she's adorable and cute, but it's like I didn't need to I don't need to go ham on her. I'll wait. Yeah. I'll wait for the fucking ticket.
Also, I'm pretty sure Vishra will have a rerun at the end of this year.
Probably.
I mean, if she comes, I'm not upset, but like, fuck, dude, I don't count on that. I don't count on singles. I don't count on tickets for CEs and FP. And also, I gotta admit, sometimes I don't, guys, sometimes I don't have CEs. Because I hold my stones. I hold them back. So, you know. Why, yes, that has made events I don't roll on shittier. That's how gacha works. That's kind of by design, but whatever. I hold. I pray and I hold. I fast myself. I'm hoping I've sufficiently fasted for Space Ishtar. I think I'm gonna have 4 rolls. When did I get my 50 days? No, that was just before Summer Carmilla's banner ended. It was her rate-up day. I don't think 50 days will have passed. Or will it? It might. I don't actually know when, because we don't know exactly when the Oniland rerun is coming. And I don't remember how many Saint Quarts are in that. But I'm hopeful I don't have to break my wallet out.
Oh, you're gonna do the same thing that you did for Aresh and Ishtar, right? Just dangle grails?
Oh yeah, no, she's got the 5 grails. They're hers.
Yeah.
I'll even do them right away. I have no fear. I've got the 5 grails. My grail schedule is fine. I promise grails, and I promise that I'm not spending a single. I haven't spent a single goddamn Saint Quarts. Not rainbow apples, not refreshes or anything since my timing happy situation where Summer Carmilla had a solo rate up day the day I got my next 50-day login bonus streak, which worked. So,
yay.
We hope and pray. We stay in space in this house. Space! They're asking about our targets. I think we answered that. Let's move on.
Yeah. No, we literally answered that.
We did. We answered it and then some. We extra answered. Once again, RIP Tim Curry. Rest in space, buddy.
That was a moment of silence. So, thank you very much for that. We move on. The next one comes from a master who gonged his grail to level 100. Annihilation is now mutually assured. Flying Arrow Squad, go. I got nothing much to say besides my fingers are dust after Lotto. I hope you're doing well. Or get better, if not. And good luck, lucky budgeting for banks shanking. That will be FGONA 2023. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to need it. Thank you, please. I'm just going to put all this luck. I'm just going to put it in a jar. I'm going to bottle it up. I'm going to shake it real hard. Then I'm going to release it, and it's going to be nothing. Because that's how my fucking luck is.
It's his
luck. Thank you very much. Why is it empty? Because I have none! So.
If you put a penny in the jar, you won't have enough to buy Saint Quarts. You would need a very big jar if you were using pennies.
Honestly, I don't know why we still use pennies. It's weird. I think the cost...
I think it's just like a fucking, like... I mean, I don't know if they still mint pennies. They should probably stop because we need the fucking copper, but, like, pennies are still in circulation because it's probably a huge pain in the ass to take them out.
Anyway, this means we're gonna move on...
It's a joke. Tim Curry's not actually dead.
No.
Though he is in a bad way, I believe. He had a stroke earlier this year? Or was it last year? It is not like Alan Rickman, who is unfortunately actually dead, but that I feel like saying R.I.P. will not actually curse him, but will keep him alive, because usually when people mention famous people who are older, they die.
You're gonna stay alive out of spite.
You have to challenge fate. I mean, I have to remind you about Alan Rickman, unfortunately. I'm re-listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks right now. Don't worry, I stole them. I didn't give J.K. Rowling any of my money recently. She already got it when I bought them all in hardcover years ago. That's okay, you own them too. Don't you shame me. Nothing fucking matters. God knows. I don't, well, I mean, some of her money came from book deals, but also I'm sure all the merchandising bullshit is worth way more.
Listen, there's a whole fucking collective franchise called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. There's a fuck ton of shit. I see a lot of it at work. Do you know how many people have just donated fucking collectible wands?
Ooh. My first thought... I mean, well, wands I can probably understand. You probably get that once as like a gimmick and then go. But like, damn, I understand if there's more Harry Potter merch going to the store. That's a big oof.
God, I've seen so many fucking Harry Potter Funko Pops, fucking Harry Potter board games, People just donate entire hardcover collections of the fucking book series. I'm just like, damn. But also, this big. This is a lot of book. This is a lot of text.
Yeah, they're fucking heavy. Having had to pack them up recently and move them with several of my other hardcovers. Yeah, they're fucking heavy.
Don't worry. Don't
talk about shelves.
Don't feel too bad. Like, I tried reading Harry Potter recently and I couldn't do it. I was like, I don't actually like this anymore. I don't know why.
It's interesting. I'm on Chamber right now, and I forgot how fucking awkward, like, the opening half of Chamber is nothing but just the classic game of, oh no, we're all in the wrong place at the wrong time. It's really awkward and bad, and I'm just like, this sucks. I hate this.
Yeah, okay, so it's not just me. Okay.
No. I think once you get to, if you can stand getting to the later books, those hold up pretty good, but some of the first couple are rough around the edges. Like, Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone in the English, just rolls right by, but like, yeah, no. I like I said, I'm literally on Chamber right now, and I'm tuning out so much.
Alright, but with that, we're gonna move on. Yeah. So this next one comes from God. Is it really Friday? There's no question mark here, so I'm confused. It's a statement. God, is it really Friday?
Exclamation
I can't say
point.
that. Exclamation point. I can't say
God,
that.
is it really Friday? No, I put a question mark on that. I don't know if you can say that with the right emphasis.
You know, God, is it really Friday?
If you had a comma, God, it really is Friday. But that's a comma. There's a comma after God in that. I love how we just full-blown stop the show. We slam it into full stop to critique everybody's grammar. Every time.
Every time. Well, it gets to me. I have to read this out loud, y'all.
It's true. You do have to read this. So
I read it out loud.
You literally get to proofread it, only without the proofing. You just get to read it.
Like, guys, you have to realize, this goes in through my eyes, it goes up into my brain, I swirl it around a lot, and then it comes out my mouth. Now, you might think that sounds really complex, but it's my brain, so it does it really, really fucking fast. Except it's so fast that I don't understand necessarily what I'm looking at until I've said it, and it confuses me. Brains are weird, y'all. Eyes are weird. Mouths are weird. Sound is weird. I remember I had this whole big discussion how sometimes I have just fucking freaks out about how the human body works and how we interact in the world and stuff. But this is that same thing.
I try not to have those existential crises.
No, I have them all. I have those all the fucking time.
Close your eyes, touch your nose. How did you do that? Perception. It's a great sense. That allows octopi to be fucking bullshit.
Like, you might not think about it, but you constantly know where every part of your body is all the time. All the time.
On the other hand, I wish I was an octopus and had 8 limbs I could use. I could have gotten more lotto box farming done then.
Man, I could have played, oh, I don't know, man. Octopus don't have thumbs. I don't know how well you can grip something.
Well, they have suckers on their tentacles.
I'm pretty sure suckers are not great for playing lottos.
That is a very good question. I don't actually know how the touchscreen interacts. That's a question.
Someone give an octopus a cell phone.
I know. That's probably a bad idea. Octopodes are pretty intelligent.
Literally call 911 on your ass.
But I know that touchpads like animal paws, like cats and dogs, will work the touchpad.
Mm-hmm.
And any human skin works the touchpad. As I have to be careful about which way I put my phone in my pocket so I don't accidentally play FGO with my butt, or if I put it in a shirt pocket with my nip. Yeah, it's body heat sensitive. I do not actually know how that works out.
Body heat sensitive, because I'm trying to figure out what kind of fucking shirts do you have that your fucking nipples are rubbing against the fucking phone screen.
Oh, it's not really a rub thing. It's just that I put it in my front pocket, and that means if I shift my chest, I like bang it with the front of my pec.
Oh, okay. So it's through the shirt. Okay, not
t-shirt. I put it in my t-shirt pocket, and sometimes, like I said, if you shift in there, you'll bump the thing with your chest, and it will push a button.
Okay, that makes sense. Lucky is
same way with a quote unquote. It's not a butt dial anymore, but with I have to put my phone screen facing out, because if I put it towards me as I walk, it might jostle and tap against my butt, despite the fact that I am wearing shorts and underwear, because your whole body is warm.
Very well done.
I don't know about the body temperature differential octopuses. Anyway, we haven't read any bit of this person's statement and or question. Quaitment?
Well, so question? It's very... fortunately, it's very short. Hello, Omega and Lucky. Hope the weekend has not crept up on everyone as it did me. Why the comma?
The comma is in the wrong place. That should be, hope the weekend has not creeped up upon everyone, comma, as it did me. Not the kind of comma.
Can I just get...
Somebody post a picture of a scythe, and then I get to say that, not that kind of comma.
I would love to have some sort of fucking just change some sort of word process, so every time I type a comma, it's just a comma. It's just our fucking comma of judgment instead of an actual comma. I think that'd be hilarious.
Funny. Yeah. That's
not a
also
comma,
not a
that's a
comma. That's just a giant. That's a hugely impractical semicircle scythe.
Is that from One Piece? I bet that's from One Piece.
I don't know. That body's very
Nope.
noodly.
Nope. Okay. What's it from? I'm curious. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Real talk. Hunter the Hex Hunter is no less ridiculous than One Piece, though.
Hunter x Hunter is a thing, yes. Also, one of those things where they do the weird thing where they put extra symbols of the name that you're not supposed to pronounce.
Oh, is the X not supposed to? Oh, fuck them.
Yeah, it's supposed to just be like Hunter x Hunter, but I don't know why you put an X there. At least every single person I've heard talk about it call it Hunter x Hunter. This is like Fooly Cooly all over again.
Should go jam to the pillows later tonight. No reason.
There's apparently I've seen in because I occasionally listen to music YouTube recommendations. I think there was a compilation video which was called Fooly Cooly OST parentheses every song by the Pillows end parentheses. Which I'm like, you're not wrong. They did the whole thing. Oh, don't need that tab anymore. There's a PS here as well.
Oh yes. By the way, they have one more line. P.S. I will get those Weekend Warriors yet. Go for it. Go for it, my dude.
Is this like another Rita Repulsor thing? Are you going to take down 5 teenagers with attitude?
Don't. They'll fucking destroy you on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the Power Rangers real power you never see these days. It's just they're just mean to out of touch space boomers on Twitter because no villain in Power Rangers is like hip with the kids. They don't know how social media works.
No, because this is what happens. They're going to talk about it on Twitter. It's going to start fucking trending because people want to get on fucking social justice. And then all of a sudden, you're going to be demonized because, some kids decide to come try and fuck up your shit while you're trying to get revenge on people who fucked up your shit. But because they're teenage kids, everyone's going to be on their fucking side. It's sad, man. It's sad. Also,
Axe, you're not a teenager with attitude, so this conversation wasn't about you, unless you think you're a Power Ranger. That's wrong. Axe thinks he's a common writer. I know where your Super Sentai is buttered. There could have been a good version of that metaphor, but I didn't use it.
Sometimes you just gotta go with it.
Your toast always lands Sentai side down.
Every day I think a little bit I should watch some Kamen Rider, but then I have the problem of that there's a lot of people I know who likes Kamen Rider, and that turns me off from watching Kamen Rider.
This is like why I'm not more into Gundam. I would ask people about, hey, what Gundam should I watch, and I would get so many opinions.
Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for getting a fucking Gundam and an anime reference in What If. I don't care. I found that amazing. I appreciate every day that anime is just now mainstream culture. Oh, okay. But now we're finally done with this, as I think we literally tangented after every line.
Correct.
Okay, no, I take that back. We did not tangent after a Hello, Lucky, and Omega.
That's true. We didn't fight that one. That one was fine. Gold star. You tried.
You tried. So thank you very much. We move on. This next one comes from Moon is now done farming and finally relax. Hold up. Did you say Only Land Rerun Raid Boss drops eggs? Time to overwork Sigurd to exploit his dragon damage once again.
Oh boy. He drops the boss drops eggs?
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Wow, that's gonna be some try-hard shit.
Actually, how am I on eggs? Do I actually need eggs for anything?
I believe Space Ishtar needs eggs, so I should probably pay the fuck attention.
Well, because I don't have to worry about that.
Probably only have like 10 or 15 or something.
Doesn't Shishi Wong need eggs? I'm pretty sure he does.
I don't remember. I have to double check. I don't think so, because he didn't, or eggs didn't exist when he existed.
Are you sure? I thought eggs... Wait, when did eggs come out?
Eggs was LB4.
Oh, I'm dumb. Never mind then.
Yeah, eggs and sand arrows.
Oh, that's right.
Also why nobody has fucking eggs right now. I think I have the mana prisms for it, but I still haven't bought Saber Alter's costume yet either, which costs eggs. It's a danger zone. I'll need to farm some eggs. Anyway, this person has a question.
I have a question. They say, "Hey there, Lucky to Make It. Which class do you have the best luck in?" I call myself a freight protagonist because I own every saber in the game except for one of which I'll get from the upcoming ticket. The other can spook me anytime. The only permanent saber I'm missing is Shiki.
Incorrect. Saber Shiki is not permanent. She is limited.
On my egg. Or Tamago. Actually, don't I actually? No, I don't have a Sigurd. I think that's the only one I'm missing, though. Do I have every single one? I'm trying to think here.
I'm missing quite a few. I think I will be rolling on limited sabers.
Actually, no, wait. Lucky remembers how he does. He he looks at the list of fucking servants he doesn't have, because that is a vastly smaller list.
Correct.
Oh, Arthur. Yes, I do not have Arthur either. Hang on. Lucky's now curious now, so he has to look. He actually has to look it up. So let's open up a phone. No, Genshin Impact, you're cool, but I can't afford to play you. Time or money-wise. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, yawn, because it's 11 o'clock at night.
I'm gonna keep fapping.
Nah, it's fine.
But Phantom of the Opera. Ha 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 ha. I'm pretty sure I don't have everyone in a single class. I'm sure I'm missing some across all of them, but it is a question of how many overall, I suppose. Actually, do I have every archer? I might. Hey, login reward. I'm glad I did that before, 45 minutes from now.
That will be good, yeah.
All right, let's see here. We'll go to menu. We will go to material. Spirit origin list. Let us switch to uncontracted. Oh, no, I do not have. Okay, and then we will do it by class. So, no, I have lied. I have 4 sabers I do not have. I do not have an Okita, I do not have an Arthur, I do not have a Sigurd, and I do not have a Saber Deermood, surprisingly.
Interesting. That boy permanent. You'd think with your crazy SR luck, you'd already have locked that one in, but...
Yeah, I know, right? Archers is actually the same way. I'm missing a Tesla, Moriarty, and a Napoleon, so 3 there.
Yeah, you're never gonna get a Tesla unless you do an Archer banner or something, because that boy's story lasts.
Oh, okay. I'm probably best off at Lancers then, because the only Lancer I don't have is Bradamante, who, guess what, I'm getting on my next ticket.
Assuming you don't somehow get spooked by her in the, intervening 6 to 12 months.
Riders, I am missing Iskander, Ivan, Achilles, and Reynes. Actually, Caster's also a rand. I might get my link, because I'm only missing Anastasia from there. Assassins, I'm missing Gramps, Semiramis, and Old Man Lee. Berserk. Oh wow, I'm missing more Berserkers than I thought I was. But I don't have a Kentucky, Ku Alter, MHXA.
Berserkers is definitely one of my least lucky classes, even with getting Kentucky and Raiko on the same banner.
I don't have the Demon Vice Canon.
Are they still my only 2 SSR Berserkers? Yes, that's right. I think my only 2 SSR Berserkers are limiteds. I don't have any permanents.
And my special classes, I'm only missing Dantes and Holmes. So no, according to this, my best luck is technically Lancers. I'm only missing 1 of them, and that will not be for long. I wonder if more Lancers are going to come out before I get a chance to get that ticket. When do we get that ticket?
I believe it's anniversary, but it might be a limited downloads. Oh, that's not great.
I feel like it's an anniversary.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you the exact numbers because that would involve a lot more counting on my end. Because I believe some of them may go to double digits, but I'm looking.
April-ish of next year? Oh, it sounds like
it's a million downloads. All right. Casters I'm actually pretty good at. I'm missing a few, but I've got a lot of them. Maybe because there's so many. I feel like it's assassins, but only if you count single target assassins. I think... Let me double check. Are you guys... Yeah, I think the only SSR assassins I don't have are the 3 that are AoE. I've got Jack, I've got Gramps, I've got Kama, I've got Osakawa Hime. Oh, no, I don't have Old Man Lee. Okay. But I will probably end up with him somehow if I know my luck. Oh, yeah, Berserkers are the one I'm shittiest at. Yeah, going by my list, it's... I'm not gonna, like I said, not gonna count the exact numbers. It's casters or assassins I'm the quote-unquote luckiest at. Though I do also have every single foreigner in the game so far. That will probably change soon, but for now. Yeah. Thumbs up. Actually, wait, shit. Do I also have all the Avengers? I think I do. Because it's Jalter, Dantes, Gorgon, Lobo, Salieri, and Germanu, right? I think that's all 6 that are out right now.
Don't you have Mao?
Oh, yeah, and I do have Mao as well. That's right. Yeah, she's also out. 7. I didn't look at the... I closed my thing, and I did math in my brain. It's bad. But I do also have her, yeah. So I think that's everybody. Unless I'm forgetting, a secret 4-star Avenger. Or there was a secret Summer Avenger I forgot about. Then I'd be fucked. So I think I have good luck with Avengers and Foreigners. Ask no questions about what that says about me.
Anyway, yeah, so Lancers is my best bet. I technically... I think actually, I should check let me check the FGO Lancer list. Who's our next Lancer? Is it Canis?
Thinking.
Oh, and Romulus?
Canis comes out first. Romulus Cornus is right after. That's banner 2 on that. But yeah, I don't think there's not a new Lancer in Atlantis. Not for Christmas. Christmas is Saber Astolfo and Archer Nightingale this year. And I'm pretty sure there's no new content between Saber Wars 2 and Atlantis.
I don't think so, no.
It's all just reruns and stuff, right, guys? Content light? Well, technically Christmas. I think Christmas still comes first. We've got wiggle room.
And so honestly, I'm probably not gonna get I'm probably not gonna get Canis or Robert the Queerness. Oh yeah, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, Canis is story locked, so that's a whole different ass problem.
Have we got a fucking story SR ticket since Canis came out?
No, we have not got. JP stopped doing SR tickets.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which is a terrible shame. We still need those Delight Works. 5 stars are cool, but like 4 stars are just as important and accessible sometimes. The SR ticket also hasn't advanced that far. I think it still stops before Dioscuri.
Oof.
Or did they add Dioscuri this year? I mean, some stuff I could definitely catch up with a limited SR ticket, but I don't understand how that the necessarily the ethos of tickets works. I appreciate free shit no matter what form it takes, because I can almost always use it, but like there's still some stuff that I think I would still hand to people, because it's not like a 1-to-1. This isn't like, say, games like Arknights and some others where like different rarities of unit are the exact same unit, but not just, different stat line. Yeah, so the JPSR ticket or SSR ticket has not advanced past our current year of permanent SSRs.
But
probably next year they will, if they do it again, which they probably will, because that'll be like 3rd year in a row, but keep in mind, it took them forever to upload your starting SR unlock pool as well. What question was this about? Oh, this was about what do we have the best luck at?
Yeah.
That's right. We had to go do research for that. We had to go data mine in the phones.
Our own data mines.
In the phone mine.
Phone mine. Collect some bits. But I think we're done there. So we shall move on. Thank you very much for that. You guys might not see this, but every time I say thank you very much, I bow my head a bit. But we're gonna move on. This next one comes from Dodging Yokai while in the mad panic. It's Suna. I added the it's. They say though, hey there, Lucky and Mega, how you both doing? Thank you for making me both become the floor, as my mind was blank last week due to spice. Love the shows and hope you all enjoy making them. Go. Oh, that's a Mega. I thought something else was squeaking. I was about to like pick up and throw my chair at something.
No, sorry. I'm like nodding, and also my mic arm was adjusting.
For some odd reason, my fight or flight instinct kicked in, and for some odd reason, it went fight. I'm like, I don't know why.
Lucky must punch the squeaky mic arm.
There's only one answer, and that answer is violence! Ugh. Anyway, thanks, Suna. Hopefully I'll be in Final Fantasy XIV soon. I'm making progress. I now have access to my account again. Actually, did I ever talk about that on What's Up? I forgot.
I think so. I think we mentioned that it was why there was no What's Up the previous week.
Yeah, that's right.
Reminded everybody again on the Monday stream as well, because that was relevant to why you played so much Bloodstained.
Oh, that's right. So it's come
up a couple times. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check the archives.
Yeah, what he said. But as I say, thank you very much for that. We move on.
Even in sleep, I can still shill.
Yes, Lucky does have a flight response, but the thing is the flight response is to the problem. It's like it's like using Expeditious Retreat in D&D to go twice your move speed towards the enemy.
Oh, you're approaching me? Yeah, I can't fireball your ass from over here.
Oh god, I've always hated fucking D&D spell names. I really have. Anyway. Sorry, Suna just reminded me of something that I like to do in Final Fantasy XIV, in Bozja, which is an endgame zone, in 14, in which usually most people there run really slow, unless you have like certain options, and my favorite thing to do was to just put on all those options and just run past everyone on foot while they're like moving slowly with their mounts. Oh god, it was the best. And I just yell out into the VC, Mew! It was and every time I caught them off guard, and we all laughed. It was great. It actually makes me a little sad. I've noticed that me like going into the VC and yelling at everyone to get on fucking 14 so we could all play together was kind of acting cohesive of the group, because now that I'm not there, it seems like a lot of people are playing less, or not being necessarily as active in it, and it makes me a little sad.
Everybody need to coordinate.
Yeah.
Coordination is important.
Well, this is also one of those things of Lucky is an active kind of person who, when he wants to do something, he will be like, hey, let's do something. Yeah, I know, they're always playing in Loth, but Loth has stopped playing mostly. Well, he said he's going to stop playing for a while. And soon is just a madman, but I haven't heard much from Resh. neither no Dallas, and I kicked a bunch of you fucking guys who just have not literally shown up in like over 3 months out. Yes, a Lost Sub ran out, and he said he wasn't gonna re-up until I got back. So again, that's on me. So I have to keep staring at customer support. Just listen. I know you guys are busy, but come on, come on.
Just to fix them with your baleful gaze.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's keep going. We got a lot of these left.
Alrighty. Actually, how many do we got left? Oh shit, we do got more than that. Fuck.
We got a few. We need to speed this up a little because some of these are a little chunky.
All right, let's activate the lightning round.
Become speed.
Become speed. So, thank you very much. We're gonna move on. Activating lightning round. Tired on many levels, at least 3. So I managed to pass my goal of 100 LOTTO boxes by an extra 50. I think I might have reached the point where I shouldn't have to worry about blue skill gems anymore. I haven't really tried to crunch the numbers, but everyone, read more. Currently doesn't need them anymore, and I have very few permanent servants, which I do think I can spook me. Gold gems are completely different stories, and Sally, it made me think about what I would trade for the LOTTO box for more skill gems. I can loot the mana prisms, maybe it's half as many for an extra 4 copy of each gold gem. Since I burn most of my silver embers for mana prism, it doesn't seem like a huge lose to me, but what do you think? It's a bit unfair to trade, something you'd rather give up instead. Thanks for reading this, and hopefully I wish you both a good week.
I think we've talked about this in prior contexts, not just about lottos, but like more ways to get skill gems would be cool.
Yeah.
So, yes, I guess we agree.
Yeah, no, I think it's okay. I think it'd be interesting if you can actually kind of pick what's in your LOTTO boxes.
Yeah, it's true. Like, there's usually a couple different LOTTO box events each year, and like the skill cookie one is great because skill cookies. I'm still like I think already broke on blue casters already.
I haven't actually spent. I do need to get some of my I have several units that I use on the semi-reg that whose skill lows are still 1-1, so I'm probably going to be spending a lot of blue ones, getting them up to at least 4
this year that are like that. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but like I said, I got 50 boxes, so that's at least like 100 blue of each, plus a lot more saber ones. Jesus, I got so many blue saber cookies. But anyway, that is that. Thank you very much. So we move on. This next one comes from the Kyrie King stirring up all his energy into your team to Galaxy bring these banners. Question. With possibly 2 weeks of dead time until Onlyland starts, what are your plans for it? To just log in and farm some maps, rank ups, and lose? Take care and have a nice night. P.S. While Lucky is so dead in 2 years' time that not even ashes remain for it, hopefully Star Bio has burned that brightly. Yes, that is correct. Also, Lucky's gonna shield. I am gonna try and knock out some rank ups mostly. I gotta have so many rank ups.
Yeah, let me see. I still have my phone with me because I moved it. Let's see what's my rank up situation. I got a couple lingering. I should kick those up because I need the Saint Quarts. I have one currently available interlude I could do, but I need to... What's my limits on? Okay, I need to get a Priority to bond level 4 and do hers as well. I think everybody else is also bond level, so I got a couple of those I could do. That'll probably be it. I'll probably still maybe shoot some dailies for embers or something, and use that to bond farm, and then maybe do some rank ups and interludes, yeah. Mm-hmm. And also focus on other stuff.
Yep.
Did you just talk about how I ordered Deathloop, but yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm. So, thank you very much for that. This one technically doesn't have an alias, but it's very simple, so I'm going to say anyone. But someone says, best wishes for everyone who's going for Kama. Thank you. But unfortunately, we must move on. So, this next one comes from Solid Snake, the erectile reptile. I love it. But they say, salutations, Lucky Omega. What famous conflict eras from history would you like to see become a new law spell? Personally, I would love a World War II law spell. There'd be so many different ways they can take a story, not to mention all the legendary people that came from that war/era. We could use a writer Rommel, Montgomery, or Patton, Berserker, John Bastillon, Archer, Rod Murray, etc. Thank you guys for the content. Au revoir. I think that's what they're trying to say. I don't know if that's how it's... Is that how it's spelled?
No, there's definitely more vowels in the voir part.
Actually, me personally, if I was going to pick a Great War, I'd actually pick World War I. World War II has a lot of baggage, I want to say.
Also, in addition to that baggage, everybody's done the fucking Oops, the Nazis one.
Yeah. So, no.
Yeah, that's definitely...
No, World War I is actually very interesting on the geopolitical scale of just how everything turned out. 2 was just 3 guys got together and said, we're going to make a fucking club. And it really, really worked for some god-awful reason.
And then, I think also the other thing is... As per the way Fate is, like, canonized, that World War II wouldn't work. That's way too, like, industrialized and post-mystery. World War I almost is, but it's not quite. Like, there's still enough, like, weird mysteriousness to all the new technology and stuff, and there's several people from that era who count, but 2 is probably too late for a lot of the actual heroic spiritiness. I also think 1 would be very interesting. I mean... I don't know if there's another really good conflict to trust with.
Well, also, like, if we want to talk about that, we can also, like, I can also say, like, what if, like the Industrial Revolution in America has always been fascinating, and just how much shit happens. And World War I was kind of a part of it. So like you often see this in a lot of like God, what do I want to call that fucking that kind of genre? But basically that World War era Industrial Revolution fiction, fantasy. And a lot of times this is where you see like a lot of steampunk or whatever sort of punk. And even though it's not really punk, people just fucking call it that. I call it that because that's what you people fucking understand. But like, it might be interesting to see some energy alternatives and whatnot. Like maybe fucking Magecraft doesn't have the fucking masquerade at some point. It becomes a big thing, and I don't know. I only don't know. Like, here's the thing. Unfortunately, Fate is actually really good about like hitting a lot of linchpins in history, but they do kind of have this weird thing where they actually avoid going to like major conflict zones. Like, this is why we haven't seen anything like with like the Napoleonic War or like any of the world wars.
They do suggest when talking about like the Imperial Japan Grail War era that there was a Grail War during that time, and the APOC anime shows it off, but like it's still not quite the same. Like they use it as a funny backstory anecdote, but we still don't have that, major Third Grail War story.
But like when you think about like major I guess the word is, I want to say, like, pins in human history. It's, one, the Mesopotamia area. Then we have, the medieval fantasy area. Then we have, the fucking frontier area. Honestly, they could probably do something with fucking more Greco-Roman stuff, but also, and the kind of weird stuff, a lot of Greco-Roman shit is overdone. This is kind of weird. Everyone has their fucking own Odyssey story. I swear to fucking God.
Also, to be fair, we know the Lost Belt 5 is broken into two whole ass parts of this, so.
Oh yeah, true. So,
which will either be just weird, funny, haha, Greco-Roman, or it'll be the other kind of like weird, retro, neoclassical Atlantis bullshit. Possibly both.
Like, despite being a Japanese game, they do show the Helmlund a fair bit, but not like over much. But
no, I mean, like, Gouda is an excuse to do funnies, but they're gag events, right? Like, even when we were literally doing that Nobunaga's Ambition Uniting Japan shit, it was a joke.
It was still fun. Like I said, Heian-kyo, I think Heian-kyo is like the first serious Japanese Fate chapter.
Yeah.
I would think.
Effectively being a Lost Belt style chapter.
I mean, OQ was serious in its own right, but that had implications to like India and whatnot.
Yeah. And also the thing about OQ was that it was attacking a broad, like a generic stretch of Japanese history, right?
Yeah.
It was commenting on the entire fucking Tokugawa shogunate, which was a while. That may also be why they picked Heian-kyo, because the Heian period was, assuming I'm not misremembering anything because it's 11:30 at night, was a relatively peaceful, courtly period of Japan's history.
Yeah, no, this is because this is the point when the shogun took power and let all the nobles just, go do noble shit.
As opposed to, while the Sengoku, the Warring States period, is very famous, it's also very chaotic, and also I suspect that even for, like, talking about shit being done to death, right? Sengoku stuff is done to death in Japan. They know it. We know it. We all know it.
Yeah. But I'm trying to... Like, there's other areas that could definitely be touched on, like, we do have a South America chapter coming in, but, like, we don't know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck Nasu's gonna do with that. But I don't know if it'll actually be connected to South American mythology, which is complex and weird.
And on that same note, I wouldn't mind more African cultural touchstones, but like I said, I'm a black dude. I don't necessarily rep my African roots at any point, but, like, I know, like, a few bits of African folklore. I'm not, like, super huge on it, though.
Mm-hmm. I know that it's bigger and more complex than a lot of people give it credit for.
Oh, yeah.
But also, that means it's bigger and more complex, and, we're against, weird tokenism stuff these days. So they would have to make an effort. And unfortunately, I think most of our effort has been limited to Nasu by virtue of having a huge boner for Greco-Roman stuff, also loving Egyptian stuff. Because there's a lot of pharaohs in this game, too. And I get it. I mean, if the poet Shelley was correct and we are all Greeks, that means we love the Egyptians.
I'm trying to think of some, like, cultural touchstones of just overall history. Like,
I mean, we hit up the fucking Roman Empire.
Yeah, we have a lot of, like, Arthurian legend is, like, it's the bread and butter of the European fantasy. It's literally the bread and butter.
Yeah, we've talked about the three matters before. That's the three pillars of medieval literature was the matter of Greece, which is the trilogy of the Iliad, the Odyssey, and the Aeneid, even though the Aeneid is fan fiction from way later. Thanks, Virgil. Thanks, Augustus. Then it's the matter of Britain, which is the Arthurian cycle, whatever version we're using of that this week. And then the third thing is the Carolinian cycle, which is Charlemagne, the Paladins, Roland, etc. And then the Italians wrote some operas about that one, which is where shit gets weird. So, like, obviously you understand where the cultural touchstones are, but also it gets very wiggly.
I guess a good touchstone would actually probably be from the Age of Exploration. I'm guessing.
Yeah, like, Okeanos was supposed to be that, but that was a much more a thematic thing than an actual, like, historical thing. Yeah,
but no, like, because, you know, Drake did some fucking shit. Like, they sell Drake merely as the fucking pirate who fucked up, you know, the Spanish fleet here, and don't talk about how Drake, you know, literally sold, like, across the fucking world, and, you know, all that.
That is why Drake has a Pioneer of the Stars.
Yeah.
They do at least explain that, like, having circumnavigated the globe is a big thing, but it doesn't turn into a cool power.
No. It's like, we have plenty of pirates, but, you know, those are usually local. Like, we do have Columbus, but unfortunately, Columbus, you fucked up, dude. You fucked up, dude.
We have Columbus, and we're not happy about him. Oh, hey, you're here, buddy. Thanks.
Cool. But no, I think, like with Atlantis, you know, Atlantis is gonna again have that kind of, like, from what I can tell, has that kind of seafaring kind of adventure. Because if I remember correctly, it's like, don't you like take most of this just on fucking water or something?
Yeah, I think because the Lost Belt is literally large, the story actually breaks it up. Like, the first half is mostly us just crossing that fucking ocean and getting to the actual Mount Olympus, and then we get to see whatever weird science fantasy bullshit Nasu has cooked up for that. I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, no,
so I think right now, I could be wrong. Like, I'm not afraid to admit this. I could be wrong, but I think the thing that we don't, like, have a major, like, touchstone on that, you know, formed the world as we know it, I think is the best way to say it, is the Age of Discovery. I think.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. Give me something World War I or Age of Discovery.
And I will definitely say there are two areas that the Lost Belts ignore completely, which is North America and Africa, funnily enough. Okay, I accidentally spent an extra skill level there.
Oh, no.
That's okay. It was just some red assassin gems and a couple of bloodstone tears on Charlotte. I'm trying to get all my bronzes to 444.
Solid. But yeah, we've talked about
Gareth was 444 before. Yeah, we did not speed mode that one, but it was a deep question.
It was a deep question.
I think Lucky hit most of the interesting points about history. Iowa, like, there's a lot of fun stuff you could do, but, like, conflict-wise, specifically, I don't know. Because this is the thing about conflict. We glorify some conflicts. Most conflict is not gloryful.
No.
It's very ugly.
It's not. It's very ugly. No one dies pretty.
And that makes it harder to interact with in a historical context of, like, alt history shit, because it gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even one of the wars that you could ultimately call one of the most morally unambiguous, the Second World one, is still full of moral ambiguity because we were all terrible people.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Even that one's not unproblematic. And that had one side had the black uniforms with the skulls and did the ethnic cleansing. They're a literal fucking trope type now because of it. But it's still not clean. Humans are fucked up.
Yeah, they are.
Let's go on. Let's go.
Let's move. So, all right. Let's. Sorry, I have to dial up my internal speed a few notches here. So this next one comes to you live. 205 boxes and all CQs complete. Hey, y'all. Hoping all is well with you guys. Wanted to ask if you guys can improve a lot of farming fins. How would you? Anything for materials to drop, to grind itself, or even the ladder process of lot of box collecting. Personally, I like to see the option burn or otherwise manage specific processing entries. Ergo, I say, not if it's a 3 EXP, just burn it or sending it to the second mount drive, so the lotto box collecting is a bit smoother. Regards, this was a good lotto. Me, personally, I would like a just empty box options instead of tapping this button fucking eternity.
Yeah, if you have enough to do a full box worth of spins, I would like to just be like, claim all. It's not a lotto anymore, I'm gonna get all of them.
Mm-hmm. Also, I normally, excuse me. I think the only time I ever burn 3-star CEs is during lottos. Usually I will just fucking use them for whatever. Either because I usually use them to top off a servant who's because you know when you get that little bit of a sliver, I'm like, I don't want to fucking use a gold on this. So usually I keep silvers around for that. But during the lotto,
if you're working with low rarity stuff like new bronzes or whatever, though, I think almost everybody leveled them immediately. For low levels, silver EXPs do still go a long way.
Yeah, I know, but in this lotto event, I didn't fucking care about them. Like, yeet! I burnt them. I burnt so many of them. So yeah, no, I can understand. I would definitely mind, like how they did with the friend point gotcha, how you just have the auto burn kind of feature.
You can just highlight something. You can highlight the EXPs and just be like, nah. Hell, I bet there's some people who after a certain point would want to do that with gold EXPs. They would I would much rather just have the mana prisms than have to manually burn these later because I'm fucking full.
People are animals like that. But yeah, no, those are that. Unfortunately, I'm going to cut us off there and we're going to keep going. So thank you very much. This next one comes from... I've concealed so many skill cookies, I think I might be diabetic. Dear Lucky and Omega, sorry to hear the news about Summer Comic being in the SSR. A range of universals for your wallets. Thank you. Mostly my wallet. I think Omega will be okay.
Well, we'll see. It's summer.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun leveling up and using the 1-star servants, mainly Paris and Jason. I was wondering if there are any bronze or silver servants that you tried experimenting with the lotto. Unfortunately, no.
During lotto? No.
Listen. I had literally one strategy this entire lotto event. I literally grabbed I grabbed my Raikou, I grabbed my Fran, I grabbed my Tamacat, I put MLBK scopes on all of them, I stuck all the fucking Lotto CEs on the back row with just whoever the fucking wanted to get fucking bond points, I just let them rip. It worked the entire fucking event.
Yeah, no, that's the high speed low, that's literally the strategy I wish I could do, but I don't have enough batteries, I have to be more finicky.
Mm-hmm. So, there's that. Sorry,
actually,
more for that?
No, that's wrong. There was a bronze I used during Lotto. His name is Arash. I gave him a Bond Grill earlier this year. Because that last wave was Archers, and that was self-cleaning.
Fire! Stella!
But no, I will be happy to experiment with new bronzes, possibly when we get to future events and stuff when I can. Or story stuff, because they have niches. But for the most part, no, I have not done a lot with them yet.
Actually, I think I'm gonna need some water. Hang on 1 second. Where's my bottle? Where is my titty covered bottle? There it is.
He's getting his water. Where's the water? We don't know. Deep breaths as we approach midnight.
I have hydrated. And with that hydration, we move on. This next one comes from a master snugly putting on sunscreen on flustered summer comma. And if you were to ask which ascension, my answer is yes. Solid choice, my dude. But they say, hey there, guys. Hope you had a fun Guildfest this year. I kept strictly boxes this time. Didn't bother with any of the challenge quests. Same, my dude. My question this week is, who is Vortigern and what is his connection with the story?
Stop. Cease. This is a spoiler question. Yeetus.
Ah, okay.
I just realized I didn't click the read more earlier. Whoa, no, that's a spoiler question. That's asking about metaphysics shit.
Okay.
Person, if you want to answer your actual question, you do research about non-fate sources, and then answer your own question, or wait several years. You are Yeetist.
The Omega has spoken. We move on. So, no, you will not be thanked for that question.
Remember, Lucky posts the rule about spoilers very clearly. If you are discussing content that is not out in NA, that's a spoiler question. We do not ask those. This is why we talk about Lost Belt 5 and hypotheticals, because we don't actually know. Please don't tell us.
Also, I'm yeeting this next question, because what the fuck?
Which one even is the next one? Oh, this one. Hold on. What? Where does the alias end and the question begin?
I don't
know. Okay, that's you need, sir or madam, you need line breaks. I don't... Okay, we'll move on.
So, this next one comes from a master out of dust. Hey there, Dread Pirate Roberts Lucky and the man with 6 fingers Omega. I'm here to offer you guys good vibes today. I do have a small question today. Inconceivable, I know. But anyway, what map do you think you guys hate farming for the most, or what map are you guys constantly out of? Well, that's all for me today. I shall maybe return next week with more referential nicknames. Honestly, I do love The Princess Bride. It is a classic.
Yeah, but I don't like my association, because it means I'm going to get stabbed by Inigo Montoya. I should prepare to die. Matt's, everybody hates fucking bones, and for me it's steaks. Fucking goddamn steaks.
See, I'm fine on steaks right now, but I have less than 20 bones right now.
No, I needed steaks for people, for ladies. Ladies needed steaks. Why do they need steaks? I don't ask questions. I just give the ladies the steaks.
Yeah, no. When Anne and Bonnie asked, when Anne and Mary told me that they wanted bones, I severely misunderstood the question at the time.
And then, you look foolish later.
Yeah.
And I to that though, I do not count mats that are like less than a year old in there. Like, of course I don't have any fucking eggs. They came out like less than 6 months ago. But no, everybody has problems with bones. I think Void Dust actually eventually got unfucked. I used to never have enough of that. Literally one of, I think, my first FGO videos on this channel, it's like an FGO gameplay video, is me literally farming Void Dust, doing like daily challenges. But now I have like 400 or 500, so somewhere in there, FGO fixed that problem.
Somewhere.
No time for that. None of that. It's a Monty Python bit. No, stop that. No singing. Stop it. It was probably Babylonia. Yeah, that's right. Void Dust was a very common drop there. Yeah.
I do think I heard someone talking about how they wish there was a Lahamu node where you could farm Void Dust, I believe.
That would be
I remember. So, we are going to move on. This next one comes from the movie reference in Summer 3 is Bahubali 2, I think. I don't even know if I said that right, but I don't care. Question! So what approach did y'all take with the exclamation question? Bash the skull against the wall or say, F this shit, I'm out?
That's second.
Also, what do you refer when you mention OSPs? Mentioning something about Medea last week. So, first part of your question, fuck this shit, I'm out. I didn't even touch it.
No.
Like, I didn't even open that door. I was like, no.
Guys, I am desperate for extra summons on the Spacious Star banner. I didn't fuck with the challenge quests, even for the tickets. Even the ones I beat last year. Nah. I am not about that life. Your second bit, we can answer.
Yeah, your second bit, OSP is the shorthand for the YouTube channel Overly Sarcastic Productions, which is a channel that likes to talk a lot about history and classical literature, and usually break it down into something very concise, and usually have fun little what do I want to call them? What do I want to call them? They're called like animatics or something. Animatics. To describe them.
It's
they're
not
great.
Full form animation. It's Red is the person who does their art. It's just she draws a few frames of animation at a time.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find them, go to our channel page. They are currently the first one listed in our featured channels because we reference them so much. Overly Sarcastic Productions. They're an edutainment channel. I think Red and Blue said that they started this as basically a project in college to basically make small short videos, the kind of things they were looking for to like work on project and stuff. That's why Red started with like summarizing works of Shakespeare. But it is primarily about history and literature and mythology and stuff. So,
and no, honestly, their Journey to the West is some of their best stuff. So if you watch anything, watch their Journey to the West series.
Yeah.
And then you'll be hooked and want to watch everything else. Trust me on this. This is literally how I got hooked onto it. Because Omega was for like years like, oh, OSP is the greatest. I was like, yeah, okay, that's great. And then someone was like, I was like, I need to watch something on Journey to the West. Let me go watch this. And I was like, oh my god, this is the best.
And then YouTube got you because I'd already watched their entire back catalog.
Yeah. But no,
it's. You want to watch Legend Summarized Journey to the West Part 1, the one with the Monkey King?
I was like, yeah.
Their primary series though is they do several videos on history summarized, and then it's usually either myths or literature summarized or misc myths, and then the other big series is Trope Talks, which talks about narrative conventions, all of which are very useful to our discussions. So we reference them a lot.
No, they are very good. So, yeah. There you go. Thank you very much.
Close that tab.
Click. So, thank you very much. This next one comes from a guy from Lost Belt 4 who did not reach his goal of $150. I'm sorry. Language is weird, because boxes is spelled with an ES, but this guy just put an S, so it's just box.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why boxes is ES is because X is fucking dumb.
Box. I can't stop.
It's like why you don't add even though there's no logical reason why you don't add apostrophe S to anything that's already S'd, they just make it an apostrophe because you don't want to stack the sound.
I hope that didn't get caught on
my boxes.
Oh, okay. But to say hello, Loki and Mega, first time posting like this something ever, and been loving your read recently. I've been watching your Star Wars AP. Thank you. Oh God,
thumbs up.
You are the best. And quite a fun one since I usually listen while exercising. I'm looking forward to your new content, and I hope Got Your Scooter is fixed. By the way, now Lucky, it is not. I actually had to unbury it so I can actually start taking it apart. Because
it's gonna be. I don't know how much it snows up there for you, but it's gonna be fucking winter by the time you fix that scooter, and you are not gonna enjoy it anymore.
I'll manage. Because we don't get a lot of snow. We maybe get maybe one good snowfall up here, but usually it's rain. Usually we get a lot of fucking rain. And I don't know. I don't know. I might wet scoot. I don't fucking know. I didn't do it before because I didn't have anything to protect my eyes, and I realized going fucking 20 to 30 miles per hour straight into fucking water, even tiny droplet, is fucking painful. But yeah, no, those people aren't lying. You get anything going fast enough, it does not feel good.
Yep.
But no, if I as long as I maintain I do proper writing, I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
But shout out to you, person, watching Star Wars AP. Good on you. Not enough people
Good
do
on.
that. It's great. It's a great way to kill time.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of them, though. Jesus, there's a lot of them.
Yes. But that just means more backlog.
Yeah. Well, luckily we'll start, whenever we get done with this, to start against Sakai. That will be, hopefully we can get more people on that, and we'll have, all the kinks ironed out immediately. Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll start visual. We'll work on the stuff. And by visual, I mean, lucky you'll be recording, because we didn't do that for a lot of APs. They were just the old style. This is what I mean. Don't be afraid to tear stuff down. We'll have to come up with some art assets, but I can probably find something. A Genesis logo on a generic green anime field, maybe. Because by the way, spoilers. Gensekai is just a Google Docs document. I do not have art assets, and probably will not for a long ass time.
We can maybe wing something. But no, thank you very much, dude. You are awesome. But unfortunately, we must move on. So thank you very much.
We're getting close.
Getting close.
If only several of these didn't have 5 line breaks.
Why you do this? So, this next one comes from a hunter accepting they will pass long before their gaming backlog will. I know this pain. But so, hey, lucky McFuture Walla killed by Summer Kama and Omega Mick is waiting for Space Rin to arrive. I hope you both are having a wonderful day, and even better, gotcha luck as a terror from space who aims her sights on our walls comes nears. As you can probably tell where this country is coming from, but I found an idea interesting. If you only have 3 hours a week to play video games, what game would you dedicate that small frame of time to? Would it be a gotcha you daily want to keep up, or maybe a constant so you can just see more of? Honestly, if I only had 3 fucking hours, I'd probably just stop fucking gaming. Honestly. Only 3 hours a week?
God, I'd have to be super casual, yeah. 3 hours I assume this is part of this weird meta commentary about China that I believe the specific person has a big fixation on. Because they're one of the people who keep bringing up the fucking names as numbers. But yeah, even chat's this is a comment about China. I mean, I'd die. But no, it would probably... I mean, FGO would be the best of that, but I don't know, you can't even do daily farming if you can only do it. You'd have to do 10 minutes each day or something.
Let's see, 3 hours, that's 180 minutes. Divide that by 7.
Goddamn 7 day a week. It's not very good. No, it would not be fun. A week? I don't know what I'd do. I'd never get anything done.
But yeah, no, life would suck butts, and I would, I'd probably turn to anarchy. Guess what I'm doing with all that time I'm not playing video games? Plotting your eventual devastation.
Ask them for games. If they will give you games, take games.
Yes! Just as Emma Goldstone intended.
I mean, I'm literally thinking about it right now. I'm playing FGO, obviously. I'm, working on other stuff occasionally. I fiddled with some Terraria in the last week, but I wasn't really super grabbed, so I got other stuff to do. But, you're talking about, you're getting Jonesy for some Terraria. I could kill a couple hours of that a week, probably, hanging out with people. But I'm in the middle of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which is, well, not necessarily a super long game. It's not necessarily a short game either. I've ordered Deathloop. God knows how long that'll take to beat, but... we've got other stuff coming. I technically have Saints Row the Third Remastered to casually play in my free time. I have so much shit I could be doing. Not to mention we're swamped in announcements. I got a couple of things to mention on What's Up as well.
Gaming is a major media function. It's God, it's not like.
Also, hell, do you account my Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator hours in that? Because I do that a lot too. I have spent well over 3 hours this week, not even recording the tournament, but also doing test games and stuff with people.
God, what do you want me to do with my... Well, I literally...
Actually, I think most of China's restrictions are about kids, so I assume they want you to get, bigger brain? I don't even know. I literally what it is they want you to not be influenced by foreign culture and ask any questions about why you can't play video games 24/7. But in the recent wave of the laws that actually created these major things, China also pulled back against labor abuses. They said they wanted to abolish the 6 to 9 system, working, or was it 9 it was some number involving 9. It's like working like from like 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. or something for 6 days a week. Yeah, I think it was like 669 or something. Like there are a lot of businesses which are hellacious on your work schedule in China, which is crazy considering they don't even get to milk capital out of you, allegedly. So like, yeah, I really don't know what they want you to spend your time doing. Masturbating in pictures of Chairman Mao? That's probably going to get me shot in China, by the way, that I made that joke.
Don't go to China then.
I'm not
and don't let China come to you either, apparently.
Well, it's not on my list. Me and Liberty Prime.
All right. But with that, we shall move on to actually. Do I have anything I want to say about that? I
think you said your piece about 3 hours a week.
Yeah, no, I go kill somebody. I would tell them you wouldn't have this problem if you let me play video games as they die. I'm a man of irony. Oh, right. We move on. This next one comes from an Artorias stan, who says, hello, president of the Rin Tosakatai Alliance Omega and founder of the Sakamoto Breast Pillows Club. Lucky. Thanks for the well wishes. Let's get the challenge goes to farm. I was surprised to reach my goal of 100 boxes in about 4 days. Thank God for the quality of life updates. Now I probably do not have to go as hard during Lotto season. I slowed down after that, and now I finished 151 boxes after using all my apples. I rolled back to the school banner, and my fear came true. Golden Mama came in the same multi. A few 11 shots later, and now I have a golf librarian.
You're doing very well for yourself lately. Good on you, my dude.
Yeah. Question, what team do you guys plan on using for the Onolan rerun raid quest? The drops according to wikis will be eggs, soap, gunpowders, and hey, Omega, steaks.
Damn it, eggs and steaks. Well, I'll have to try at least on the raids. Is the raid boss a giant dragon who's also a lancer? Is that how that was? It's been literally a year. If so, probably Merlin Sigurd.
What is the raid boss?
I'm pretty sure that's Golden Dragon Man. Golden Dragon Oni under the mountain, I think was the raid boss, if I remember correctly. Was it? Chat, help me out here. It's literally been a year. It's been a year and it's midnight. Ah, fuck, I need to log in. Chat, will you help me out? I'm gonna grab my phone that I threw across the room.
I see no writing, so I don't think you're gonna get a lot of help, my dude. Whatever. We'll think of something. Mine will probably be arts focused in some way.
It's okay, by the way. I threw my phone onto my bed. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
And I have a case on it, but no.
Yeah, cases are good.
Anyway. Cases are important because I have a lot of tile floors and often drop things. Because pockets were not made for phones. Well, okay, that's probably not true. Phones are very big now.
Yeah, they are. All those so you can watch bigger porn on it. I do honestly think that's why phone screens got bigger.
I mean, it's that or games. Like it's. I mean, you could argue it could be non-porn videos as well, video viewing. But yeah.
Yeah, video viewing, but no porn.
Well, porn is where everything happens.
It is. Anyway, we shall move on. So, people are working on it. I guess they're looking it up.
Berserker. Okay, I can use whatever. Well, I think it's a giant dragon, so it'll probably be Sigurd, but that means I could also do like an Abigail thing.
For shits and giggles, I'm gonna see what I can do with comma. I'm just gonna slap comma everything on comma. It's gonna be great.
Comma could be pretty fun, yeah. You get some big
listen, the combo of comma with fucking demonic Bodhisattva is amazing.
It's pretty slam. Giant Oni Bethesda of the Dragon Quake. Yeah. I'll figure something out. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'll figure it out. I have the pieces for this toolbox. I can assemble this puzzle.
So they say... Oh, wait. I haven't read this one up. Oh, yeah. It's that fucker.
Yeah, it's that fuckboy. He's so red and so black. Isn't he supposed to be golden? What's your problem, Oni man?
He seems like he's supposed to be on fire, but he seems fluffy.
Yeah, that is the problem with the static sprites. But he does also have, like, demon-style ram horns. In his mirror face.
Nah. Anyway, we're gonna move on. This next one comes from Sasuga Redrop Sama, who says, hello, Lucky and Omega. Just curious, what organ are you selling in 2023? None of mine, maybe all of yours. Exaggerated and unfunny jokes aside, how's life been treating you? I hope you farmed Lotto to your heart content and saved up some apples for Xmas too. My question pertains to the summer unit. Summer comment has me feeling things I haven't felt since Summer Musashi. My question is to two of you is, what is your favorite design when it comes to Summer Servants? Up until now, Summer Musashi for me, second Ascension and Final Ascension especially, but Summer comment, as I said earlier, has me feeling things, especially the third Ascension. Hopefully she has a couple of costumes. Best of luck on you future roles and Lucky, stay strong, come and embrace you in 2 years' time. I mean,
Summer Musashi, especially with those tan lines, is really good.
Nah, I'm like, I know it's cheap, but man, I gotta go with Summer Kama. I really do. Just, that third Ascension is like, oh god, it's so much.
Redrop's art is also so fucking good, though. Yeah, it's just, damn, what do you do with that? It's really good, yeah.
Like, I also like Summer Murasaki, but that's because it's kind of busy and wild and crazy.
It's got that Raita vibes. Yeah, it's fun. Like, I like what they did with summer versions of several of my favorites, but I don't know if they're the best, right? Like, yeah, Summer Stage is cool. Summer Tomoe is like, I like what they did with the VR gimmick. I like Summer Canis and Summer Mordred because of their Tanitude, but like, those are pretty normal. But like, it's the ones where you go extra double down. Fucking that final ascension shot of the America bikini but with the tan lines from a third one. Goddamn hot. Also, to answer your non question about apples, yes, I still have like 570 gold apples. Anyway, I'm logged in. I obtained 3 Saint Quarts today. I move on with my life.
So with that, we must keep moving on. We are down to 4!
And they all have line breaks in them.
Why you do this to me?
All of them have read wars.
So, okay, here we go. So this comes from Ruck the Spender, who owns both Comma and Summer Comma and JP. You animal. I should eat your question for your cheek, but I won't, because I am a kind of benevolent dictator. It's going to be hard both in restraining oneself and rolling for Comma, kind of ironic because of what a Summer Comma is right now. Asking because I'm so much of a noob, plus you guys are one of my moral supports in terms of stay strong and not getting too caught up in negative thoughts.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be a positive influence in your life, as I literally just insulted you like 30 seconds ago. Well, I guess it really wasn't an insult, more of a threat. A veiled threat? I don't know.
I mean,
anyway.
Honestly, I don't even think eating their question from mailbag is that threatening.
I guess that's true.
You phrased it as a threat, but the actual punishment wasn't that awful.
That's true.
Question.
I'm trying to think of a term for that, but whatever. Paper tigers. So, question. What's more important as a content creator? Or at least to you guys, consistent uploads, increase quality of content, or just increase variety of content? I'm just having fun doing video editing and audio recording right now, and playing the game I'm making recording content with.
So I will say, based on both my understanding of like the general content creator ethos and my personal opinion, it is the order of those things that you listed. First, be consistent. Figure out your schedule, stick to your schedule. I would like us if we uploaded every day. We don't make content that fast. And to do that, we would have to like bust our balls and make nothing content. We don't want to do that.
The only other thing is if we actually pre-record videos, slice them up, and then schedule them together. I don't know if people want that.
Yeah, we could basically we could block out as much time as we do for streams anyway, and then just split those up into 30. That's what I did when I did the entire Let's Play of the original Extella and the bits I've played of like VC4 and Extella Link. Those didn't really do very great then. I mean, I don't know if you guys are interested. Go back and check out that format. It's with the same like setup I use now, like to record the show. I use my mic. I recorded stuff on my capture card. It's just like streaming, only I would record them in 30-minute blocks and post them. I think our streams, like streaming once a week or sometimes twice a week, works way better. And that's what I mean by consistency. Once you have the consistency, the audience knows when they tune in, how they tune in, etc. Then you want to increase your quality. Once you figured out what your core content loop is, you want to improve that product. And increasing variety is actually last. Obviously, you do want to expand your audience when you want to expand your base and you want to like cross-pollinate, right? Like you want to, get people in through this content, side into that content. You want them to be able to like access more of you. And you also want to flex your creative muscles. If we were only just, that's literally why we created a What's Up, right? Was because we had so much more we wanted to talk about and we couldn't do it in Let's Talk FGO. Because we'd die. We'd die if we were doing 7-hour Let's Talk FGOs, which is what would have happened. So like as a creator, you want to stretch your wings, but actually for your audience, you want to be very careful about how you do variety, and you don't want to like invest too much in something that your core audience won't watch, unless it's like such a non-thing. Like the APs, very, very small, tiny baby slice, like, what is it, like 0.1%? Like, I think our last one got like 30 views. We have over 3K subs. I think that's how that math works. Like, so little of our audience tunes into those, but because we're gaming anyway, it is literally so little effort for me to like flip on the same setup I do to record the podcast and then record the APs and post them, that we do them anyway.
And I said, there's something we enjoy doing, so we want to share that.
We would be playing games anyway, so why not record them when it's not a hassle? So that's how I view it. Lucky, you have any thoughts on the order of things there?
No, it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same as you. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I want to say. It's like, no, just make sure you know what you want. You know what you want, really. I think I gotta say.
Yeah. I think actually the secret quality that you did not list is not killing yourself doing this, basically.
Yeah.
Burnout's a big factor for a lot of content creators. That's why I think the consistent uploading bit is very important because you need to figure out what schedule works for your audience and, most importantly, works for you. OSP is way huger than us. They only upload one video every week on Friday. They also do a weekly podcast, but that's not on YouTube. They occasionally stream, but that's not consistent. So, but they have like 1.7 million subs. Obviously, I think they've been doing this for like at least 5 years, if not longer, as well. Which is a little bit more than we've been doing this sort of content on the channel. But and they alternate too. Like they schedule videos quite a ways ahead in advance between the two hosts on their channel. So like they still have a huge audience, even though they do things differently. So you have to figure out what works for you and what is sustainable, and work it all out so you don't die. Please don't die.
Please don't die. All right, but we shall move on. So thank you very much for that. Hope things go well for you. And we move on to Alias Zed, Fetish Fanfiction Fool, just said. Summer came home and I didn't have to break my wallet much. I also got a Summer Sei and Summer Caenis. So this year I got my 3 targets of Charlotte, Anastasia, and Kama. And other news, a Summer, Smile Protected. No questions this week, just a record from the throw and good vibes. You're bragging how much you got fucking Kama to me. This is not good vibes. Now I'll go away to finish the erotic monster XXX Reshkigal fanfiction I'm writing on request of my huge Rin fanboy buddy.
TBI, my dude. I didn't need to know that.
I really didn't need to know that either. Listen, nothing against fanfiction, but it's just not my cup of tea. I don't care for it.
I mean, you just shouted that out to the 3,025 subs. Are you happy with yourself? If you are, I don't mind. But like, I wouldn't have volunteered that.
No.
I don't tell you what I do about a lonely Tuesday night. Wait, no, I do, because I usually stream when I'm lonely on Tuesday nights. That's when we do Fail Betrayal or Gartic Phone. But boom. It's midnight. Still got the yolks.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that's a very big humble brag. Like, at least it wasn't your alias. If it was your alias, you would have just died.
You would have.
But like, that's a very humble brag. You literally there's 6 summer units. You literally listed 5 of them. Feel bad for shit. I've forgotten the 5-star. It's late. We've been doing these for 2.5 hours. Anastasia, Charlotte, Rain,
Okita.
Yes.
Okita
Alter. Yeah, right.
I don't know what I tried to say there.
It worked. It worked for me. I don't know what language you were speaking, but it worked. There we go. Okay.
All right, but we move on. Thank you very much for sharing. The next one comes from the fool that will eventually won't be unemployed. Goals, my dude, goals. Hi guys, I'll be doing a thing with my alias for the next 22 weeks, so don't mind me. 22 weeks, Jesus, why? I have a simple question to ask for Louise. I don't get it. What is it?
The fool. 22 more weeks.
Okay, now I get it.
Now, if the audience doesn't get it, that's their problem. Now we all get it.
I have a simple question to ask for the week. In your honest opinion, who is the best One-san? I can't recall if ever got asked before due to how my memory can be quite bad at times. Either way, thank you for answering and have a nice day, guys.
This has absolutely been asked before.
I'm pretty sure One-san, huh?
If I don't say cuts, I'm gonna get suplexed.
A lot of people would think Boudica, but no, Boudica's a mom. She mom, yo.
Correct.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think of our One-san type characters.
There's a few. That said, I think for the safety of my spine, I will still say quits. I like my bones where they are. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, thinking out the ones that I can't think of, no, you're right. It is Cats. Lucky I had to do that. Lucky I had to go silent and do a big think. I'm just like, out of all the characters, it's like.
Lucky just runs the list in his head of every female character who calls herself One-san. Just. Mm-hmm. It's like fast forwarding a tape. And then the tape snags and it pops out of the cassette and it spills everywhere and you're like, oh my god, I didn't know you fit this much magnetic tape in a cassette.
Sorry, I just have an image of my mouth open and just fucking the magnetic tape just falling all out of my mouth as my brain unwires.
Wow.
But
sounds like a Terry Gilliam cartoon.
Probably. But with that, we have answered the question. Unfortunately, we will not overdwell on it. So thank you very much.
Last one.
This last one comes from SakuraFan07. Time or comma, which is more dangerous to simp for? Probably comma. Crony's dangerous, but Crony's dangerous in a different way than comma.
Crony's cool, but she has kayfabe. Comma is actually the Demon King of Desire.
But they say, hey, Lucky Omega, hope you guys are doing okay. Got 2 questions this week. Question 1 for Omega. When Halloween eventually returns to FGO, Whitehead Jinx are you expected to ensure, and will Liz actually be good at singing this time around?
No.
And also, Liz is actually good at singing. She just has to not sing. She has to sing for someone else. Yes. Literally a plot point in Halloween 3.
Yeah, it's The thing she does with her sonic breath is not quite right. But also, yeah, no, I don't think she'll actually no, they're not gonna bring back Halloween, and they're not gonna not have us be afraid of Liz's music. What hijinks ensue? I literally have no idea. Nasu took 2 years off this shit. Assuming Nasu's even writing it, the man shouldn't. He should stay at home and eat candy.
Play games.
Yeah, he needs to catch up on those video games he's missed.
What isn't that what Nasu's official origin is? It's just games.
Yeah, I think so. Man likes games.
Yeah. So, question 2 for Lucky. Is your scooter fixed yet? No. We move on. No, there's more to this. I hope you're not desperate enough to ask Coin Sky to get your rocket power scooter 2 years from now. If my scooter's not fixed in 2 years, I have done something wrong in my life. Just realist talk, yo. Also, that other recension from Summer Comma Retop does serious work. Yes, they do. So they finish with keep up the great works and looking forward to the eventual Saber Wars 2 pregame and the Space Intar want to you guys rock. I'm not gonna read this.
Yeah, we don't do that. No emotes.
Don't put actions I would need to read out loud. Don't do that. How many times do I have to tell you this? How many times do I have to teach you this lesson? Do I actually have to start inflicting punishments?
Also, when you use asterisks, you just bold things. Yeah, it's a rule. It's literally a rule. Don't do that.
This is what I'm gonna do. Next time I see someone breaking rules, I'm literally gonna write down their fucking name.
Lucky's gonna keep a list and hang it up.
And if I see this list and I see your name, I'm just gonna skip your question. I'm gonna call you out on it. I will shame you. Shame. I'll get a bell. I'll ring the fucking shame bell every time I do it too.
Clang, clang.
Just to get super fucking obnoxious, and everyone will be your fault because you break the rules. Don't break the rules. You don't get the shame bell.
This reminds me of a conversation I had earlier with Dallas of Yu-Gi-Oh about operant conditioning. This is absolutely just that. This is just social engineering everybody and following the rules.
Yes!
Which is correct. Just follow the rules. Just read them. They're all there. You can read the rules. Now, if there's not a rule, that's a different question.
Yeah.
But the rules are rules. For now. Occasionally we add rules. I'm still debating whether we need an additional Discord rule about, I call it the no actually rule.
No,
everybody's so helpful, but, there's so much over-explaining sometimes. It's cooled down since I had to call people out on it a couple of times. I don't think it needs to be a rule, but I
don't think it needs to be a rule, and also, I'm gonna out us. Sometimes we actually people.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to overcorrect. It usually is when somebody asks a question or when they state something that's wrong. I don't phrase it as usually with literally actually. But I do so much research into this nonsense anyway. I like to curb misinformation.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between curbing misinformation, though, and then just, over-explaining things that somebody either A, doesn't care about, or was clearly sarcastic and knows exactly what the fuck they're talking about. If you see somebody with, a high-rank name who's been here a while, they probably understand. Or if they don't understand, they're making emotes about how their brain is fucking goo. As many people do. There's a lot of emotes for that on the internet.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna say, it's trying to make a rule about that, maybe that kind of delicate balance of those things, I don't think it's necessarily a good idea.
Yeah, I think just reminding people not to trip over yourselves to be correct and completely factual at everything is just calm down, guys. It's okay. Be cool. I know we're trying to be helpful, but you don't need to go crazy.
Alright, but with that, I am done. What's the missing clock at?
Oh boy, are you sure?
Yes!
Are you sure about that? Alright.
Lay it on me.
2 hours, 41 minutes, 42 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I think a decent chunk of that will edit out because we did have some long brain silences there.
Brain.
Sadly, the sounds of the hamster wheels turning is not real, so that was not captured by the microphones.
Note to self, get hamster turning sound anytime.
Yeah, I was about to say, that clearly means that if we get a table in a studio, we need to put a literal hamster wheel so we can just, while we're thinking, we just spin the wheel.
I think that'd be the best fucking visual gag.
Just, we're thinking, dead silence, you just see the confusion on our faces, just one of us reaches over and just spin the hamster wheel.
We have to make sure we get a suitably squeaky one, though.
Oh, I'm sure it'll get squeaky. I don't know how my mic arm got squeaky, but it's squeaky. I need to remember to WD-40 it sometime. But alright, let's see. That's all of Mailbag. It's a wonderful, lovely mailbag. We went big faff for the first half of that, and then we tried not to faff and did anyway. This is why occasionally we have to limit Mailbag to 1 hour, but I don't think that'll be a problem, because we do have a few things to mention here and there, but we will probably not necessarily, overextend our time. It'll be okay. So, I crack my knuckles. We're moving back to New Servant Details.
Yay.
Detailios, a balanced part of every midnight snack.
It is past midnight for you.
Yeah, it is almost midnight 30. Also, I just made myself really crave some cereal. I should order some cereal, maybe, if it'll survive shipping.
I mean, unless you get, what are you gonna get? Like a solid brick? It's a bunch of individual little things. How would it fucking break?
I mean, you can powder some shit, but it would have to get really smushed. I would just make sure I have to order like more than one box so they don't like throw it in an envelope. I still remember that one time Amazon sent me like 4 boxes of saltines in a fucking paper well, not paper, but you know, like one of the loose plastic bag envelopes, and I'm just like, what are you doing? These are literally crackers. They're not meant to be handled this way.
I guess that's true.
With your 50 million air packs, come on.
I know. I guess that is true. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
But anyway, that's a question for later. It's a me problem. Also, I have to figure out my budgeting because I got a lot of cardboard crack to buy in the next couple of days. Also, video games. Holy shit, there's a lot of those coming out. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about new servants. We're gonna begin with the murder of Lucky's wallet.
Yeah.
The case of the dead wallet. So, we talked about this a little before, but Kamagu, her attack is very high. It's just under Jolter. I think she's missing like a couple hundred points. It might even be less than that. It might be like in the 2 digits. It's close. And she has the exact same HP as Jolter, so you're pretty tight up there. She is quick arts buster with solid hit counts and NP gain for those numbers. I mean, I think her NP gain might be like a little soft for 3 hit counts, but she still has 2 arts cards, 2 quick cards, which I think let me double check. Are those 4? I mean, yeah, we don't want to talk about Super Grail levels, but they're bad. Those are bad news because her attack is quite large. Yeah, I don't know if you do all the damage amps, but her native level 120 Grail attack is 16977. Yeah, so she does have 4 hit. She has 4 hit quick cards and 5 hit extras. So yeah, her NP gain is pretty decent. So if you want to know her niche, it's very obvious. Her NP is an AoE arts. It reduces the opponent's defense by 20% for 3 turns. I believe this happens after all that. So no goo on the first go, but good for later for spams. But then its overcharge-based effect is it does bonus damage to enemies who are charmed. Enemies with the charm debuff. It starts at 150% and then it goes to 200% at 500% overcharge. She has let me double check. Is there a 50% battery out here?
Yes.
Yes. That means that Demonic Bodhisattva still counts.
Yeah!
Very OP. Yeah, so she does bonus damage versus charmed enemies. Now, obviously, this is slightly unfortunate because it is a thing. Some bosses hard counter charmed. This was a big deal with Surtur, for instance. Like, that they literally designed the Surtur boss fights in LB2 to ignore charm, so you could not Urali spam. You could not cruise control him like you could Gawain. Alas, alack. But still, very solid for farming, and it is an AoE, so. First skill is a pretty basic but good 20 to 30% arts up for 3 turns, and a 2 hits, 3 turns evade. There are several 2 hits, 3 turns evades, which I think is very solid. That's a very good niche. Second skill is 10 to 20% NP damage for 3 turns, and has a chance of charming all enemies. Unfortunately, you're going to want to level this skill because it's only 100% chance of charm at max level, but it starts at a 50-50, and she does have some debuff sticking bonuses, I believe, and you can do some other shenanigans there, but it's a pretty important one. And then the final skill is the big one. This is a 30 to 50% battery, as you mentioned, and then it gives her an on-hit debuff for when attacking for 3 turns. Now, this debuff, basically, when it hits, it gives the enemy a stack of a debuff, which increases Kama's damage against them by 10% per stack, max 10 stacks. Now, obviously, attacking an enemy 10 times in 3 turns is hard, but that's still a lot of just damage percentile increases. You bully a boss who you can then charm, that's gnarly, you know? Like, that's a lot of extra bonus damage. Let me see what the cooldown on this is. Yeah, it's 6. Her skill cooldowns are a little long. It's 6, 7, 6. But she's arts, so you can bring Tamamo. It's legit. It's good. So, yeah, you can already see she has a lot of damage amp potential. She has a trait damage, and then she has a literal damage amp. It's similar to how Romulus Quirinus can stack Roman traits on enemies and then get big damage back.
Big.
But hers isn't even, like, changing their traits. It's just straight up like, I do extra damage. Fuck you. And she has a lot of passives. These include Magic Resistance A, Riding A, so those 2 quick cards are going to be pretty good. Avenger B, which increases your critical rate. Actually, no, Avenger increases your NP charge on hit. Oblivion Correction increases crit. She has Self-Replenishing Mana A, which is 3.8% NP per turn, so also great. And has an independent manifestation E. It's pretty useless. It gives her like 2% extra mental debuff resistance, 2% extra crit resistance, and then like 2% death resist, but it's funny. And also she has a special divinity, so there's bonus damage and is immune to charm, because she's still Kama. No charm. This means you cannot Kama, but can you chameleon? Boom. Got it.
You got it. I was wondering if you'd go for it.
So in all, Kama's just a really good high-spec arts servant. She has great damage multiplier output. She will be great for arts farming. Like, Tamamo can take care of her skill cooldown times. Caster Artoria can keep her juiced up to loop her thing. So even if you don't get that bonus damage, she still has fucking phenomenal attack. And multiple damage steroids. It's gonna slap. And then, God forbid, if you can actually charm enemies, those guys are dead. They're fucking dead, okay? Legitimately, I think there's an actual course for putting like a Kama Brave Chain like last. Like, I know you usually do like NP arts for like the art spam stuff. You could actually do like arts NP because you'll do your big NP hit, but you'll also get like 20% damage extra on that guy. And if he's charmed, spicy. Should be a lot of fun. And I do well, actually, I don't know. I think it depends on what your meta comp is. If you're whole hog on Castoria and Tamo and stuff, you definitely want the Kama. I talked about this last week. Saber Alter Okita is, pretty spec'd out for the quick meta if you are already doubled down on your double Scotty. So I don't know if the meta will favor one of them more, but like, damn, he's good. He's good SSRs.
Hey, goo!
So Canis Rider is here. She's got some cool costume choices. Or they, or however we're supposed to work out. This is another thing. Like, I don't actually know how the pronoun thing works out. If I was speaking in Japanese, I would acknowledge that Canis uses ore, but that's not how English pronouns translate. It's weird. But anyway, I'll say she, because, technically is a lady right now. Probably. I think that's how that works out.
I fucking know.
Pretty high HP for the slot, median attack. Sorry, somebody just did the fucking numbers gag again, but in a different way, and I'm just like, it's late. I'm grumpy late.
We're getting there. We're almost there.
Yes, Canis, right?
Right.
She's rad. She has fucking flashbangs and a dive knife in Ascension 3. It's great. I love it. Quick arts buster deck. So a rider with arts and buster combos. Average hit counts, good NP gain as a result. Her NP is a single target buster. It gives her 20% NP damage for 3 turns first. Being a Buster Arts hybrid, that's not actually crazy that you might be able to span with right team comp. And if the field is water, she also gets 3 turns of 20% attack up. So, as you can see, this is not quite like Nemo in some situations. 20% attack is good, but it's not essential. It just, tweaks her damage numbers a little. You can easily get this with outside support. And also, with Overcharge, you get critical damage up for 3 turns. I think it starts at like 30% or something, but it's decent. First skill is a Charisma with 30 to 50% critical up for male/unknown gender servants. So it's like the summer female servants Beach Crisis, but also extends to gender ambiguous servants. So that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Not as cool as Ishtar's special charisma, which just gives everybody that bump. Everybody get to crit. But yeah, it's pretty good. Second skill is a 20 to 30% buster arts on self for 3 turns, and also just drops 5 to 15 stars. Pretty standard NP steroid for dual class servants. Gives you stars as well. She's a little crit focused. Final skill is a Guts. It's just like 1 to 3k for 3 turns. Not too impressive, but it is a Guts. And 5 to 10 stars per turn. And if you are on a water field, you get Star Absorb. That's not really needed. Canis is already a rider, but if you're doing multi-rider comps, this probably matters. If you're not using like, what is it? I think like Sima Yi, Reynes can control her own star weight, I think. But anyway, she's already a rider. It's not a huge deal, and you get another 5 to 10 stars. So you double your stars per turn if you're on water, and you do get a Star Absorb. But also, if you use the Star Bomb and you're getting 10 stars per turn, you're probably okay anyway.
Probably.
So it's an interesting like optional stratagem. I don't think it does a whole lot. Like, even if you put like Summer Melt in the comp, I don't know if like you would need those buffs. But it's all right. Passives are Riding EX, that one quick card slaps really hard, and Sea God Essence for damage plus and also arts performance. Static 8% up on arts. Canis is a perfectly normal Arts Buster writer. Good team synergy and enhances crits and damage output in a perfectly normal manner. You know, just generic charisma, generic NP damage up on NP, a dual color steroid. Sorry, I had a little bit of a burpee do in there. For 3 turns, and has a decent amount of star generation as a writer anyway. So and a multi-hit Buster NP, you know, so you can actually like turn that into stuff. I assume the strategy is like, you know, use arts, beat 'em up, charge NP, drop NP with busters, generate some stars, use those to arts crit or buster crit to finish them off, and then generate more NP, do it again, etc. The kind of stuff you do with an arts buster hybrid. I just say that we do have yet another unit with a water battlefield effect and no way to proc it on themselves. Not everybody has Summer Melt, you bougie fucks.
I got a kick at that earlier.
I spiced him up a little. Speaking of spice, and now Sei Shonagon is here to jet set into your heart. She's gonna grind and 360 Ollie right in there. So, I mean, at least they've done enough buffs to Nobu that there's several sources of fire rattling around. If you have N Nobu, you can probably buff your other Nobus. Does anybody other than Nobu require fire? I don't even know. But seriously though, just give me a friggin' Mystic Code with some of this shit. That would be a perfect Mystic Code skill. Change the terrain type for like 3 turns, cooldown like 12 turns.
Only if one of the other skills was change the field to fire.
Yeah, just give me fire, water, and then I don't even know. I don't know what the third skill is. Forest? I think there's a couple who need forest. Nobody sets the field to forest, by the way, right now. That would be helpful. Like, I believe both Gawain and Oz make it sunlight now. Then one or more Nobus makes it fire, and Melt makes it water. Nobody makes anything city or forest. Rip. But we're talking about Sei Shonagon. So, her card deck, interestingly enough, is Quick, Arts, and then 3 Busters. That's right. It is the Year of Our Lord, Kinokunasu. Our floating vampire Jesus Alucard. 2021. We have a gorilla out here. Sei has the distinction of being one of a small handful of units who have slightly more attack than she does HP. So yeah, that's how her stats are balanced. I think she is like either the highest or the second highest 4-star berserker in attack. Stonks. Now, because she only has 1 arts card and 1 quick card, her NP gain is quite high. It's like a full 1% NP gain per hit. So, nice. I can't remember if I mentioned this on mic or not, but her NP is pretty fun. So this is a single target quick, which gives her 50% bonus damage versus Lawful Servants, 50% bonus damage versus Shadow Servants, and then overcharge with a scaling bonus versus Human Attribute Servants, which starts at 50%. So she is very good at smashing certain bosses. You got like a wave with like a weird Shadow Servant boss? Get him out of here. You've got a Lawful Human Attribute Servant, that's plus 100% damage. That guy's dead. This is a single target quick NP on a Berserker. That guy's fucking dead. Like, this is basically, with the exception that her original quick NP, other than being AoE, hits neutral and not lawful, this is basically the same type of damage niche that her Archer Form's NP does, but now it's single target, and we all know single target quicks have the biggest damage multiplier. This is a murder skill. People will die. They are dead. She's gonna run them the fuck over with her skateboard. They are dead. And if you care about this kind of thing, it is 7 hits. So her first skill is 20 to 30% attack for self for 3 turns, 20 to 30% crit for self for 3 turns, and a 10 to 20% battery. You may have noticed a lot of rank ups this year have given servants 10 to 20% batteries, I think, or just straight up 20% batteries. I think Delightworks has realized that self-case scoping is actually important.
Where's my Tommy Cat fucking interlude? I mean, or rank up. Her first skill could use some work.
She could probably do something. So yeah, it's solid. Like 20% battery is not going to help you a lot with anything other than the case scope, but if you want to leave her in your back row, so like, you know, Arash and Chen Gong can blow up the first 2 waves, and you can just slide her in to take care of the boss. That's fine. Second skill is it's our second 2 hits 3 turns evade, pretty good on a Berserker, and it is a 50 to 100% critical for 1 turn, and a Star Absorb for 1 turn. Great on a Berserker. This, by the way, means that if you pop her first and second skill, you're looking at 130% crit for 1 turn and 30% attack up, and you're going to Star Absorb for 1 turn. Pretty solid. You can very clearly see what her niche is. Final skill is a targetable 1k to 3k heal, and I believe this was reported as inflicting burn for 3 turns. No, it actually gives you burn immunity for 3 turns, and is a 15 to 25 star bomb. Pretty solid. Her only major downsides is her passives are kind of weak. She's only Madness Enhancement D, and she has a special independent action which only improves the weight of stars on her quick cards, and also she has I believe it's called one vehicle training, but I assume that refers to whatever the one vehicle school of Buddhism is. She is also immune to charm. I'm not sure what the lore is there, but yeah, you cannot charm Summer Sei Shonagon. Head empty, only skateboard. By the way, this makes her very adept if you want to punch Summer Kama, who I'm sure will probably be a fight somewhere in Summer.
Probably.
So, yeah, Sei is a powerful boss killer with a wide range of trait damage and generic buffs, and her skill set that she should easily have follow-up turns for break bars. Like, I'm pretty sure you don't even bother with skill 2 on her NP turn, because it's just critical damage and star absorb. You pop her first skill, which is 3 turns, you use her NP, and then once their bar is broken, you just use the star absorb and the plus 100% critical damage and just do a Buster Brave Chain. That's 2 bars. That's fairly efficient.
Exploded.
It's a pretty big slap. And you still got utility. You've got hard defenses and a heal in there. The heal is targetable. The Star Bomb is also pretty fun. So, yeah, like I said, I don't think her passive percentages are very impressive, but she has fucking 3 trait damages on a Berserker. I'm pretty sure I thought that was pretty wild on her Archer form, if I can send myself back, a year and a half. But on a single target Berserker, that's even more. Holy shit, what the fuck? Like, I guess technically her attack is probably smaller since she's a 4-star now. Maybe, probably, but like, damn, dude. And a 30% attack up? Again, other than Kama's interesting interaction with Charm and her unique debuff, I don't think any of these units are, like, really crazy in terms of their mechanics. They're pretty standard, but they all seem very effective. If you're rolling summers for mechanics, you will not go wrong with these choices. And like I said, I actually think if you are meta-focused, both Okitan and Kama this year, both your SSRs, are perfectly valid choices depending on what your meta-approved card build is. Kama's very good if you're doing the art strats. Okita should be compatible with dual Scotty nonsense, especially because she supplies all her own buffs to herself. So, yeah, these are all pretty goo. I think my only question is if some of them stand out, like, I like Canis, I'll be rolling for her anyway. I don't know if her kit is really that crazy compared to other writers, but, I mean, I have, high-level single, like, I have, SSR and SR single-target writers. Like, I've got Ketz, who does a lot of interesting things, like with that MP seal. So, I think there are maybe some questions about the niche, but most of these are pretty good, and just, damn. There's a lot of damage focus here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. For you.
And, yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Alright, that's our details. So now we do, final thoughts faff around, probably for a few minutes, because we've only just crossed the 3-hour mark. Let's see, so, have we clarified... No, there's been no announcements on when Oniland's coming out, right?
No, we still got a little bit of time, though.
I think some people are assuming it's at least a week away, if not longer.
I mean, I'm not going to mind the break.
No, Lotto farming's very intense. You want some wind down. So, that's okay. I mean, there'll be a raid in there, so you'll probably want to be on your toes a little bit, just so you don't miss the Mats opportunity. But otherwise, that should be pretty chill. I'm glad I'll have some damage CEs to start, because I remember that event being very annoying before you got your damage bonus going.
Yeah, I should probably check the bonus list again.
Yeah.
Ooh, I probably should put some points in my fucking, my Onicure.
Yes, that would be good. Also, Da Vinci Small is added to the list this year because she officially exists. So that'll be going into my writer slot. Can I run the boss over repeatedly? Is that a thing I can do? Vroom. I mean, it's a Berserker. Technically, I can. I'm just wondering if it was effective. Oh, yeah, Rennes is also added because she's small.
Rennes, really?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain in the original, like, case files appearance time, Rennes is not an adult human being. Yeah, she's only 15. Okay, got it. Yeah.
That's true.
Now, hypothetically, she could stay that short forever, but she has some years of growing left in her. She could get a couple inches. Not like Waver, though. Even though he was like 20 and 0 or some weird nonsense, he's a tall boy now. No, you made it weird. But, yeah, so we have no idea when Oniland is actually going to shake out. We should have a decent amount of time, though, so if you are blown the fuck out by Lotto, it's okay, you can relax a little bit. I'm gonna log in and get my stuff and do a little casual bit. JP is summer's, going in full swing. That's not going to end until the 29th, which is a Wednesday. So I'm guessing something new will not start right away. Especially because I believe Nasu said in an interview some point Halloween will be back this year. I don't remember. If somebody got a source on that quote, let me know. I know somebody said Halloween will be return this year.
I don't think it was Nasu. I think Liz said it in one of the events earlier this year.
Liz said it in the dialogue. I have seen that screen cap. That's right. It's the year of
Wasn't
Halloween's revenge or some shit. God, though, Nasu's been... I think Nasu's spending his time sitting down and doing... Well, actually, he's got stuff coming out, so that would make sense. He's doing press tours, but I feel like the man's sitting down for a lot of interviews lately. Recently somebody translated a clip about him talking about the protagonist and why they are a very blank slate character, and he's like, no, we went out of our way to deliberately design them to be a blank slate. The player character is supposed to be a vessel for you, so we made them come from a normal background. Like, we imagined that the protagonist literally just saw a recruitment flyer, picked it up, and said, this sounds neat. And then this shit happened, And then Nasu said something, soulful and poetic about wishing he could have that kind of life. But yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of interview stuff floating around. But yeah, okay. So Liz says Halloween's going to be back at an event at the start of the year, like Akihabara or something, or Valentine's. Who knows? Who remembers when it is?
I could have swore it was during the Kichi Hogan event. Maybe.
Yeah, it could have been Little Big Oni. That sounds like because I believe it was Elizabeth Japan Sprite. That makes sense.
Yeah.
She would pop in and be like, "Curse you, little big Onis, little big Tengus. I'll be back. I'm cool this year." It could be we could be Yamatai rerun. I know that would punish Lucky's wallet, but that would be about a year out.
I don't think
we're
gonna go.
Be more. Well, I mean, right away. Having just slam jammed Anniversary, finishing Lost Belt 6, and I mean there was a decent delay on Summer, but still, we might get another full blown week break in JP. Get some summoning, do some random stuff. I know Killmath was canceled still because COVID. They might still do a tie-in banner, even if they're not doing a panel. Yeah, other than that, I think we're still up in the air. I mean, if we're gonna go rando, Case Files rerun still hasn't happened yet, right?
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, I suspect that's going to happen sometime before this year ends, because they got to fill some time.
And I do, again, choice pretender slot. Choice. I don't care what anyone says. I'm still on that.
It's an excellent one, yes. That's a really good one, yeah. I'm thinking. I'm stalling for time because I want the episode to be longer, but I'm also, genuinely stretching my brain, because, I need to know what future episodes are going to be about. So we've got...
Well, I guess, yeah, but
usually we do, one new event a month.
Well, we also do gotta remember, we haven't done the fucking, Requiem, collab rerun either.
Yeah, that won't happen. I'm fairly certain the way collab reruns work is that won't happen before Case Files does.
You never know, they might be fucking weird.
It's true. God, you do never know. So...
Yes,
yeah.
KP is on the only bonus list because she is a ride.
She's a child at heart.
Mm-hmm.
In her mind, she's small. In Soviet moon cell, King Prussia head pats you. That is literally your NP, so it's funny. Smoosh.
Big smoosh.
But yeah, so we're assuming a new Halloween event in October, but I'm going to guess FGO's not going to be in a rush to get there, so it will probably happen sometime closer to Halloween. Funny how that works. That still gives us, let's see, ends the 29th. That means that there's probably going to be some kind of nonsense, even if it's just faff, starting the 30th, going until, the 6th or 7th. And then you've actually got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish? 4 and a bit-ish weeks. 4 and some change weeks, basically, in October. And events are usually 2 to 3, so, yeah, you've got some wiggle room for some spacer events. Maybe, 1 week off after summer, a rerun or something. We technically haven't had a Lotto event this fall either, but they did rerun Neurofest earlier this year, so that's another one of those full-blown who the fuck knows, right?
Right.
So, we had a Lotto event this year. It was just way earlier than they usually do, and it wasn't brand new, so we don't know. There may also be something. God knows you get to know with another fucking Grail Front or something in there to stall for time. They love those. But yeah, there should be some break stuff, and then I'm going to guess that the new Halloween event, if it's actually coming, but I assume it will, because usually when they do those kinds of illusions in story, it's true. That'll be the latter half. I believe it has been suggested or full-blown stated there will be a 6.5 this winter. I assume that's going to be November, December story slot. Who knows?
Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna fill the same slot that fucking Hay and Kyo did, because that was around the same time if I remember correctly.
Yeah, basically, like late November, early December, and then actual Christmas in the second half, and then New Year's, and then New Year's, and then Valentine's. We start the cycle over again, Lucky.
Yeah.
We start the gacha cycle over again. Will the wallet ever truly escape this cruel samsara? No.
I mean, eventually when Nasu decides to call an orbital laser and nuke the FGO server, sure, I guess.
Yeah, when Nasu crashes the satellite, maintaining the servers, into the building, maintaining the other servers. Double redundancy, you see. That's Nissan's plan. He's going to keep FGO running forever by launching a satellite, so Nasu has to figure out a way to round that.
That sounds like the weirdest premise for a fucking heist movie I have ever heard in my life.
For us in NA, though, we're looking at an Oniland rerun probably soon, and then I believe there's still a breakish week. Let me double check the schedule. I think there's still a break week, and then it's Saber Wars 2. So you've still got like 3 or 4 weeks before that. Assuming everything proceeds as we expect, obviously, you know. You never know when things might get a little scooched up, but I think we're probably not going to do too much scooching in this half of the year. Now my computer's going to take forever to load up the event list. But I do just want to double-check what is supposed to be between now and Saber Wars 2. Because I do need to plan when I do a pregame, and I wanted and all that other fun stuff that you watch. Yay, watching.
Yay!
Okay.
We want your views.
Yeah, no, okay. The only things that happened in October is Oniland rerun, and it was Babylonia commemorations for that release, because that was, like 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. Time. Where?
So is there anything in November we might steal? I mean, there's 1 million downloads. There's a Fate prototype fragments thing we're not going to get. Oh, though that'll probably, okay, that stuff will get lumped into Thanksgiving. I was going to say, well, they got to do something with that, because this is when Arthur's costume gets added to the Rare Prism shop. But no, actually, looking at it, Arthur and Oz on a banner, that's got to be Thanksgiving. Yeah, okay, got it. They'll hijack this for Thanksgiving. So yeah, there's actually not a lot. There's 1 million downloads campaign in there somewhere, and there's a hunting quest. So be warned, we may just go straight from Oniland rerun into Saber Wars. Yeah, it's literally a day after in GP. So watch out. That said, like I said, there were some filler events with the Babylonia release for like 10 days worth of stuff. 9 or 10 days. Yeah, no, it's 10 days. It's 9. I can math. I want to call in the morning. It was the Babylonia commemoration started October 2nd in JP and went until October 11th. That's when the Oniland rerun. So I think we're basically getting that break now with our FGO the Stage stuff. So yeah, we should move along at a pretty fast clip. There is a pre-release campaign for like 3 or 4 days. They might stretch that out to a week. I don't know. That'll be an MHX, not A, banner. And some extra server enhancements. So there'll be forewarning at least on Saber Wars. That'll know when I have to plan my wanted. That I think is all I got on that. So let's see. What's the mission clock? 3:15. That's probably fine. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna be up all night waiting for this to finish.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be posting the episode when the daylight breaks. It's okay. It's fine. I mean, it's not really fine, but I live with this one day a week when we do Let's Talk FGO. This is another reason why sustainable scheduling is important. But okay, let's wrap up, I think. We've mused about the future banners for now, figured out our event order. JP, as always, is a fucking mystery. A fogged glass. But NA, we've got some stuff coming up. At the very least, with NA stuff, you will be decently forewarned. Thank you, pre-release campaigns.
Thank you.
Hey, this event is coming up. Do you want to prepare? Yes.
Always.
So, let us do full-blown wrap-up, unless, Lucky, you have any final thoughts.
None!
Final thoughts. No final thoughts. Head empty. Stuffed with the remnants of lotto boxes. Thanks, Sheep Man.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
The end. I should record that.
Alrighty, so I will do the outro. I will remind you that if you like this video, be sure to give it a like. Feed those algorithms. Be recommended our entire back catalog forever. Like us now. Also, it helps us out in staff engagement. It's cool. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. You can also join our Discord. Link is, as always, in the channel description and on our channel page. And I don't think I told anybody about this, actually, but we have a vanity URL now for our Discord. Let me double-check the exact phrasing. You can always access our Discord server at discord.gg/StudioMega. STUDIOMEGA. It has 0 uses because I haven't told anybody about it, but it's cool. We have a vanity URL. Yay.
Yay.
Thanks, Discord.
You're the best.
If you are new here and haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel to get all our future Let's Talk FGOs and those other fun videos I mentioned, like that Wanted, a servant analysis video, and lots of other goodies. Keep track with APs, what's up, streams, other videos, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. And even if you're already subscribed, make sure to ring that bell for notifications so you always know when we've posted a video or when we stream. It's good to let you know about stuff. Like the fact that there will perhaps be should be a What's Up later today you should check out. So, notification is good for you. Like, literally, I don't think we even get any YouTube tchotchkes for that. That just lets you know we posted a video. You should do it. It's great. If that's not enough form of supporting us, you can also join our channel memberships for emotes and membership badges and support us. And you can also leave a super thanks in the comments if you want to just, do that little thing instead. But also consider the membership. You get a little badge, get some emotes, get some tier rabbits of your own. They're adorable and horrifying. Adorifying.
Adorable. Great.
And, of course, like we said at the front of the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to this episode in audio format, downloadable for as little as $1 a month, or approximately $10 a year. It's like an 11% discount. So, that's good. You can do our entire backlog. You can access our Patreon channel on our Discord. At higher levels, you can access videos early. You can vote in topic polls. Actually, yeah, that is one more outro thing I should do. That's right. I think I know, because democracy has spoken, but I should officially confirm what won the topic polls this month. I like how we were talking about me doing Tsukihime earlier, even though we hadn't checked. Yeah, no, it's Tsukihime won, and Ada Lovelace won. Okay, as expected. But next month, if you're the 5 and up level, you can vote in those polls. So consider it. Remember to vote if you are a patron at that high level. It's one of your perks. And at even higher levels, you can listen to us record this show live and get on-air shoutouts and lots of other goodies, and it really do be supporting us like that. Help Lucky stockpile for his future wallet massacre.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Let's Talk FGO for the week of September 18th. I guess we're just gonna get on out of here. We're gonna stick you with charm and then leave while you can't move. So arrivederci, everybody.
Bye.